This is Boston Bruins hockey, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V, available at your local New England Honda dealers. The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Night Train, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Peerless Boilers, Safety Insurance, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over. The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champion.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From Madison Square Garden in New York, it's Boston Bruins hockey. Tonight, the Bruins open up the 2025 portion of their schedule with a visit to the free-falling New York Rangers. Great to have you with us alongside Bob Beers. I'm Ryan Johnston. And on Tuesday afternoon, the Bruins used a fortunate bounce to grab an early lead over the Washington Capitals, but struggled to really get going offensively after that until late in the game. They lost that game to the Capitals 3-1. Joe Sacco said afterwards it was the type of game he was expecting.
It was a tight checking game like we knew it would be, through the neutral zone, in the end zones, both areas of the ice, and not a lot of room out there. You have to fight for your offense. You have to work for your offense. We had some chances in the third to capitalize, to tie it up. Thought we had a really good start to the game. We came out ready to play, and we were down 2-1 after 1, which was unfortunate because I thought we had a good first period. Second period, I think it got away from us. Our game got away from us a little bit, but we made a strong effort in the third and just weren't able to capitalize. We had some chances in the third.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's all different games, right? We see 82 games a year, and they all have their own kind of identity. And this one was a little bit different. It was certainly different than the last time that the Bruins played the Capitals, that when they held Washington to 11 shots back at the TD Garden, and you expected more out of the Capitals in that game. But I think from a Bruins standpoint, you walk away from it, you're not happy with the result, but you're not terribly disappointed in the way that you played. There's certainly things that you try to clean up, and that's going to happen every night. But I think they walked away from that game saying, okay, there's some things we can build on here. We like what we did for the most part. We didn't capitalize on some of our chances. Joe Sacco told us that they had 9 high danger chances or grade A chances. You'll hear in the interview later on here in the pregame show that we taped this morning. But and he said that's a little bit high. He said that's kind of on the high side. So he was happy with what they generated. Pucks just didn't go in for them. And that's going to happen from time to time. Certainly the power play, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But that's still an area of concern and has been all year long. And if you lose the special teams battle, which unfortunately they have a lot this year, that puts you behind. And that was the difference of that game the other day.
Well, taking a look at the big picture, the Bruins are closing in on the midway point of the season. Tonight will be their 40th game. They come in with a record that's 5 points above 500, in third place in the point standings in the Atlantic Division. Brad Marchand said yesterday the first 20 games obviously have been very different from the next 19.
Yeah, obviously the first quarter wasn't what we wanted to be, what we expected it to be. Second quarter was definitely better. Definitely areas we can improve, but our 5-on-5 game is coming. Our special teams still need to be a little bit better. We know that's probably the biggest thing that we need to improve. But our 5-on-5 game, our compete level, our structure's gotten a lot better, and you're seeing the results. We're playing even last night's game. Like we didn't win, but we played well. We easily could have won that game, but again, special teams are the difference. So we need to be better in that area. That's on our power play group. Something that we need to focus on and be a lot better at.
Ryan, are you a glass half full or a glass half empty?
I try to be half full.
Half full. Okay, half full says that the Bruins are 4 points out of first place in the Atlantic Division. They're 4 points behind both the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Florida Panthers, who both play here tonight. Glass half empty would say that percentage-wise, they're 7th in the conference. So they're just ahead of Ottawa and just behind Tampa. Tampa's only played 34 games. The Bruins have played 39 games. Tampa's played 34. Tampa's out in San Jose later on tonight. But so you've got the ability to climb. No one's pulling away right now. in terms of games played, they've played one game more than both Florida and Toronto. So they're pretty close to them in the standings, right? Four points behind. You've played one more game. You got an opportunity to maybe close on one, if not both of those teams here today with a win against a struggling New York Rangers team. But at the same time, there's so many areas, a lot of areas that you can look at in the Bruins game and realize that this area has to be better. This area has to be better. And that's where they're continuing to try to improve on. And they still have just over half the season to be able to do it as you get ready for the playoffs, if you're in the playoffs. But, you know, if you're able to improve on some of those things, you're going to be there because nobody's running away with this division. Nobody's running away with the Eastern Conference, for that matter.
Well, and the biggest one that stands out, obviously, is the power play. That continues to be a focus. They came up empty over the last 3 games, and Joe Sacco experimenting with some different combinations, trying to find something that works.
I think our special teams has to be more consistent. Our power play, we have to be able to produce more, but also we have to create more momentum. And we had a swing going for a little while there where we started to, and it got away from us. So we have to be better in that area. Special teams, I think, our 5-on-5 play, I feel like we've stabilized it for the most part. We can always we always want to produce more, a little more offensively, but 5-on-5 has been stabilized. And the PK, I know that it's given up some goals lately, but I still feel like that's trending in the right direction. And we just got to get that power play going.
The PK is definitely trended in the right direction. I know that they allowed 3 the other day, and they've had overall this season, you know, the amount of times they've allowed 3 power play goals against them has hurt them in a few of these games. But I think it has stabilized, and it's been more consistently better and harder to play against. The issue right now is and it has been all year, is the power play. I mean, it's been struggling so badly. And they made some changes. They changed a couple of guys up. They're going back to their top 5, if you want to call them that. And you will see a couple different looks here today based on this morning's practice. You know, we saw Pasternak in the bumper a little bit. We've seen him up high. We'll see him on the right side. He's going to move. The whole idea is not to be stagnant, not to be just standing over there on that left wing side. They haven't used the bumper nearly enough this season, and when they have tried it, it's been with mixed results. So this morning we saw Zacha in there. We saw Lindholm down by the front of the net. So we're going to see some different looks, but you're going to see that the top 5 back together again on that power play.
He's also experimented here and there with some different line combinations. On Tuesday, moved Cole Koepke up to the 3rd line along with Trent Frederick and Justin Brazeau. Said he liked what he saw in that combination.
I did, especially in the first. Thought they gave us good energy, had some zone time, did a really good job all the tops of the circles. So I thought he added some speed to that line.
And one lineup change expected for tonight as Mark McLaughlin will be a scratch and Oliver Wahlstrom will return to the lineup after missing the last couple games as a healthy scratch. Coming up here on our Bruins pregame show, we'll go around the NHL, including the Toronto Maple Leafs finding ways to win without Austin Matthews.
I think we're doing a pretty good job of that. There's, a handful of games where it's kind of a B game or whatever you want to call it, and we find a way to win.
We'll hear more from Joe Sacco about tonight's matchup.
We want to improve our road record. We're a game under 500. We've been a good home team for a little while now, but we need to scratch and claw and get our way back to 500 and then stay above it on the road.
And up next, we'll talk about today's opponent, the New York Rangers.
Across the seam, Kreider scores! In between the circles, Kreider roofs it on Bobrovsky, and he ties the game 3-3.
That's all on the way here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your Good Karma by the pint. Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Remember driver's ed? Hands on the wheel, eyes on the road. Sound advice. Yet with all the new technology in cars today, touch screens, cameras, cell phones, there's a lot of distracted drivers out there. Here's more sound advice. Talk to an independent agent about safety insurance. Make sure you and your family have the protection you need to navigate a world filled with distractions. Safety insurance will help you manage life's storms.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid and a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic Hybrid.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
And time will run out here in Sunrise, Florida. And this unfathomable slide into the abyss for the Rangers continues, who have now lost 15 out of 19. A 5-3 loss as a handful of plastic rats hit the ice.
Back here in New York, where the Bruins will take on the Rangers, who at one point were one of the best teams in the league record-wise early in the season. On November 19th, they were 12-4-1. They've gone 4-15 since that time to fall into last place in the Metro Division. They traded away Jacob Trouba. They traded away Capo Caco in separate deals. And yet they've still won just one time in their last 8 games. And Peter Laviolette's trying to find some answers.
At the end of the day, it's the same thing. And, yeah, it's got to be better. I'm not sitting here saying it's okay. Nothing's okay right now. You know, the starts have got to be on point. The discipline's got to be on point. The specialty teams on point, 5-on-5. So there's still things that we talk about all the time and where we need to be better and working towards that. And we need to put the throttle down and realize that these points are going to start coming our way now.
Oh, yeah, there are $11.5 million goaltenders hurt. It's just, it has been, well, he doesn't get paid that yet. He gets paid that starting next year. But still, Shesterkin on the IR. It's unreal what's happened to this Rangers team. You know, they were the best team during the regular season points-wise last year. And they start off great this year, but the numbers, like, you know, the analytic numbers were not good, and they realized it. And they started talking about trades. They started talking about Chris Kreider and Jacob Trouba. They started talking about Trouba in the off season. There's been some things that have happened here that have really got some people scratching their heads, right? The how they handled Barclay Goodrow, who was a really popular teammate, who's now in San Jose. How they handled Jacob Trouba, their captain. And one of the reasons that they went on the run that they went last year, because he dragged them into the fight. You know, not just with his hits, but, you know, dragging his team into the fight. And then they really kind of turned on him a little bit this past year. At least from the outside looking in, that's what it appears to be. And now, you know, you mentioned Kreider's name by name, saying that he's the longest tenured New York Ranger. Yeah, he's available. Like, wow.
And was a healthy scratch?
Was a healthy scratch not that long ago. You know, as the team turned on Laviolette, the coach, as the team turned on Drury, the general manager, I mean, it's just unbelievable how far they've fallen in such a short amount of time. You know, they've got top guys that are just, they're not doing the job this year, and they've just gone in the other direction. They've got more only one team has more regulation losses in the East than the New York Rangers, and that's the Buffalo Sabres, who are on a 13-game losing streak until recently. They've got 19 regulation losses this year, the Rangers do. They've lost 4 in a row. I'm anxious to watch them play because I haven't really seen them play. We saw them play in preseason. I haven't really seen them play, and you didn't expect them to be in this spot here in the standings at this point of the year.
Well, and as you said, to make matters worse, this week they lose Igor Shesterkin, their franchise goaltender. He goes on IR with an upper body injury, so veteran Jonathan Quick will start tonight. And he said the team needs to keep the right frame of mind.
It's a season where no matter what the situation is, you go one game at a time, right? So that's the focus for the whole group, one game at a time. And we're preparing for a really good team in Boston and we're getting ready for that game.
You just keep waiting for them to turn it around. They're too good not to. They proved that last year, especially in the regular season. Last couple of years, but last year, President's Trophy winner, number one team during the regular season points-wise. It's hard to believe that they are second to last place, 15 out of 16 teams in the East right now. You look at the standings in the morning, it's like, really? What is going on with this team? So they've already made a couple of the changes. You alluded to them earlier, right, with the Kakko trade and the Trouba trade. Goodrow was gone after last year. There's got to be more coming if things don't turn around, and it's going to be coming soon.
And they've got some big-time players who are underperforming, like Zibanejad, who's pointless in his last 8 games while he's a -8. Well, as we continue to get ready for the Bruins and the Rangers here in New York, we'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines with Matt McCarthy coming up next here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
This holiday season, start your journey to the home you've always imagined with a free architectural consultation from Rodenheiser Architects. Whether it's a brighter kitchen, more space with an addition, or a whole new home, their expert architects will bring your vision to life with personalized plans and stunning 3D renderings. Make 2025 the year you turn dreams into reality. Schedule your free consultation today at RodenheiserArchitects.com or call now.
Hey, it's Zoe here, and time to face the music. I've gotten heavier, and here it is. I said it. But Zoe, you talk about Awaken all the time. Yeah, you're right. And I don't lie. Awaken 180 does work. It's worked with me in the past. The issue with me is, you know what? I stopped, and you start traveling. The season comes around, and all I do is eat during the season. And I mean, we all need the reminders from time to time. The oil change, as I always put it. Well, I'm restarting Awaken 180 in the new year, and I'm pumped. I'm jacked. I got to drop the weight, and I'm going to do it quick. I remember what it was like going to each week. It was fun getting to see the 4 to 5 shoot. I lost 8 pounds that very first week, knowing that 100% I will reach my goal. You want the sure thing for yourself in the new year? Then join me too. I'm starting it right after the new year. It's not hard. All you do is eat and the pounds fly off. After you drop your 30, 50, or even 100 pounds, you're done. It's that simple. And if you need that oil change, you need that reminder, whatever you want to call it, they are there for you for free and for life. Skip the meds, skip the latest internet diet, and go to the program with proven results. Awaken180weightloss.com. Let's go.
Become a top performer with UMass Lowell's online MBA. Consistently ranked among the top by U.S. News and World Report. Discover UMass Lowell's online MBA at uml.edu/online.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
Bruins and the Rangers coming your way shortly from Madison Square Garden. Jeremy Swayman gets the start net for Boston. Celtics in Minnesota tonight with a 7:30 tip-off against the Timberwolves. Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis are out. You can listen to that game in Boston on 105.7 WROR. Patriots and the Bills on Sunday. Alex Van Pelt said today that Drake May will start that game despite his hand injury. And at the Sugar Bowl, Notre Dame out to a 20-10 lead on Georgia as we approach the end of the third quarter. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, now open in Raynham, Reading, and Braintree. I'm Matt McCarthy. Judd and Bob go around the NHL next. For RJ and Bob, we should say. On the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Happy holidays. Welcome to the Nissan year-end sales event. Are you interested in
a test drive? Absolutely.
Great. Well, there's the new V6 powered Frontier.
Oh.
The Rogue with an available 12.3-inch touchscreen.
All right.
Oh, and the all-new Kicks, which has intelligent all-wheel drive.
Nice.
So what do you think? Finished with all your holiday shopping?
About to be. Toss me the keys. Let's go.
Hurry in for the best deals of the year, only at the Nissan year-end sales event. Now get a low $239 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Available feature, intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Well-qualified lessees, 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive, $46.89 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 1/6/25.
Hockey season means it's Peerless Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless Boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
If you need tires, think Town Fair Tire. Thinking name brands? We have them all. Thinking price? We beat the competitors. Free services? We have those too. For the guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. The Peterson School has been a leader in teaching the trade since 1946 and is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, and Haverhill. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more. The Peterson School. They teach the trades.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. Whether it's a rugged new Passport, Pilot with available all-wheel drive, or powerful Ridgeline, turn your dream Honda into reality during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 1.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Passport and a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Rangers coming up from New York as we go around the NHL. And tonight, two of the top teams in the East square off. Carolina Hurricanes visiting Paul Maurice and the Florida Panthers.
They're more dynamic now in their transition game and what they try to do off the rush in terms of stretching teams out. I didn't see that much in their game 2 years ago, but it's there now. But both teams, I mean, it comes down, they're both really good at playing a hard gap defensive game. It's whoever plays that game better wins tonight.
Yeah, Carolina a little below maybe where some people thought they would be at this point of the season. Their road record is part of it. They're under 500 on the road, 8-9-2, and they're in Florida here tonight.
Should be a pretty good matchup between the Wild and the Capitals, but Minnesota's Jared Spurgeon out after he was slew-footed by Nashville's Zach LaRue. The league today suspending LaRue for 3 games. Wild were already missing Kirill Kaprizov as well, and so John Hines now missing his captain too.
You know, it's unfortunate because it's something that obviously you think would be preventable, but it is the game, so you get hurt. But you know, hopefully we get good news on it, and it's not too long. But you know, Spurgey's a mentally tough guy. He'll make sure that he's ready to get back as soon as he can.
Minnesota's start to the season was just fantastic, right? And Kaprizov was a big reason for it. He's out injured right now. Still remains to be seen how long he's out for. Spurgeon's he's kind of a heart and soul guy, not a big guy, but their captain and brings it every night. So missing him is going to be tough. They're 4-6 in their last 10, so starting to hit a little bit of adversity, maybe coming back to the pack a little bit, but still one of the better teams in that Western Conference.
7 o'clock face-off as well in Columbus, where the Blue Jackets host the Red Wings tonight.
Yeah, Detroit has won 2 in a row. That's under new coach Todd McClellan. They lost their first game under Todd McClellan, then they've won their last couple, and they're taking on a Columbus team who we just saw recently. The Columbus Blue Jackets 12-4-3 on home ice, and that's where they are here today.
Maple Leafs visit the Islanders tonight. Still no Austin Matthews for Toronto, but Craig Berube's Leafs just beat the Islanders on New Year's Eve.
No, definitely. I think we're doing a pretty good job of that. There's, you know, a handful of games where, you know, we're up by 1 goal, and it's kind of I guess, a B game or whatever you want to call it, and we find a way to win. And that's important because you're going to have those nights.
I think it's really important come playoff time. You know, you find different ways to win. You're not counting on that big 4, or they like to call it the core 4, up in Toronto. So a guy like Tavares, 8-game point streak for them. That's pretty strong for him. 7 goals, 13 points during those 8 games, and you're doing it a lot of it right now without Austin Matthews, who's been battling some kind of injury. He did travel with the team to Long Island or to New York, but is not expected to play here tonight. The Islanders come in losers of 2 in a row.
Dallas Stars are hosting Ottawa tonight at 8 o'clock, as well as the Winnipeg Jets hosting Anaheim for an 8 o'clock start as well. We will get you ready for the Bruins and the Rangers, and we'll hear from interim head coach Joe Sacco when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Hey, it's Felger here, and if surgery is recommended for your injured joint, I recommend calling Dr. Franke before going under the knife. Skip the long recovery time and heal your joint at bostonprolotherapy.com.
Addiction doesn't discriminate. If you or a loved one is struggling with an addiction, the New England Recovery Center offers inpatient detox and clinical stabilization services, as well as individualized treatment planning, family support services, and continuing care. Recovery is possible. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB. All major insurance plans accepted. Take the first step on the path to recovery and reclaim your life at New England Recovery Center.
It's a bigger issue than you think. When studied, nearly 40% of men were found to have a testosterone deficiency. Levels begin to decline at age 30, and symptoms can be as vague as a lack of motivation. But testosterone replacement can help regain that lost edge. There are plenty of clinics providing such services that are good enough. But what if you're someone that's never been satisfied with good enough? My name is Bridget, and I'm one of those people. I founded Wellesley Testosterone on the idea that we can do better. All of our plans are individualized, and we measure progress with objective means. If you strive for greatness, so do we. Book a consult today at wellesleytestosterone.com.
The home of the bees, the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Joe Sacco is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Joe, as you get set to take on the New York Rangers here tonight, I saw your comments, or heard your comments, I should say, after the Washington game. And sometimes you're going to play a good game or a decent game. The process is there, but you're not going to get the results. And I think that's what you were trying to convey after that one.
Exactly. I thought we played a good game. We had enough chances to win. We didn't score. We weren't able to capitalize on a few of our opportunities. And like I said before, the process was solid for us. We didn't get the end result. That happens at times. Difference in the game was probably they got one on the power play. We didn't, right? So that ends up being the 1-goal difference in the game.
5-on-5, I know a lot of us have been talking about the power play, but 5-on-5, did you create enough? Is there something different you can do better here tonight against the Rangers?
We ended up with 9. We counted 9 grade A chances, so that's a lot. I mean, anytime you're over 6 or 7, you're doing something right offensively. We had good zone time. We had 2 on the inside, a lot. We got pucks to the net. Probably could try to keep focusing on generating a few more quality looks, some more low slot line plays, a little tighter to the net, but I thought our D did a good job getting pucks through. We had traffic. We had some rebound opportunities. We just missed on a couple off to the side of the net. So there were good looks there. But like I said, anytime you don't score, it's it's frustrating. But there were looks there for us to cash in on.
I know you hate talking about it. Well, you probably hate talking about the power play, but you kind of go back to the standard unit. It looked like in the morning skate. Just the message, what will we see different maybe from that unit, the top unit?
Well, I think that number one, it's just like it starts with the level of execution, and they're all good hockey players. They're on the number 1 unit for a reason. They have to have more confidence in their ability to make plays at the right times. Try not to force pucks or plays that aren't there. Take what's given to you, but we want to get tighter to the net. I think that's our main focus right now on the elbows, in the bumper. We want to make sure that we're trying to get tighter to the net there so that teams are pushing out on us. We want to get underneath them. and that's the key. Try to our 2-on-1s are down low as opposed to up high. You may see some different looks as far as some rotations into spots and things like that. When you're, when you're where we're at on the power play right now, we have to try different things, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to come up with some solutions.
Wallstrom gets back in, not just power play, but 5-on-5. What's kind of the message after sitting out a couple of games here?
No, just continue to play the game that, he was playing fine. It wasn't anything, he wasn't hurting us. It was an opportunity for us to look at a different player. Obviously, we moved Cole up to that third line, and I thought he's played well there. But Wally can add some offense to the fourth line. There's a guy that can make some plays, maybe create a little bit more offense for them when they're in the zone or off the rush. Be responsible defensively. Be hard on pucks. All the things that we talk about with those guys, and he's just got to make sure that he's moving his feet. That's the main thing for me is that he's skating through the neutral zone. He's moving his feet. He's driving the puck wide, putting in the right areas, and getting into his spots in the offensive zone.
Your opponent tonight, the Rangers, they've obviously had a tough time here. Where do you look to try to attack them to take advantage of them here today?
Well, the start of the game is important. I think that they're a team that when they get the lead, they've played well. When they've fallen behind, not so much. So that's going to be important for us. You mentioned it right there. You said that they've had some struggles at home. So, again, if we can get that jump on them early, it's going to maybe, hopefully put some doubt in them. I would imagine they're going to tighten things up defensively. I'm sure that's been a focus for them because they've been struggling, it looks like, a little bit in their own end. We want to make sure we're taking advantage of that. On the flip side, they're still well above average offensively. Like, they still generate lots of good chances, lots of good looks, so we're going to have to be good defensively. And we want to improve our road record. We're a game under 500. We've been a good home team for a little while now, but we need to scratch and claw and get our way back to 500 and then stay above it on the road.
Appreciate it, Joe. Good luck here tonight.
Okay, thanks.
That's Coach Joe Sacco, Bruins Rangers, next.
But first, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub. A Beasley Media Group station.
Wotherspoon gets it back and to dump it in on Thompson. He stops it and lets the clock run out on this one. The New Year's Eve victory here on home ice for the Washington Capitals as they beat the Bruins 3-1. Tuesday in Washington, the Bruins couldn't close out 2024 in the win column, and defenseman Charlie McAvoy wasn't happy with the team's inability to capitalize on scoring chances.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating to lose, and we'll have to find ways to get better, find ways to be more dangerous, because a lot of teams are able to defend real well like they are.
Tonight, they'll try and start off the new year on a better note in New York as they take on a struggling Rangers team. 2025 begins with the Bruins and the Rangers coming up next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. David Pasternak wins the series for the Bruins. The rebound to Trent Frederick, and the Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Night Train, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back door. Put in. Backhand score on a penalty shot for Raymond Bourque. David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron! Bergeron! And the Bruins win the series!
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
And we are at Madison Square Garden in New York for an Original Six matchup tonight between the Bruins and the struggling New York Rangers. Bruins coming off of that loss in Washington, playing the second game of their 3-game road trip, which will finish up on Saturday night in Toronto. What's the key against this Rangers club tonight?
Get the fans to turn on them, right? It's already started. I mean, and they can be rough here in New York. It's been ugly for them, and they've lost 4 in a row. They're on in a free fall right now. The Rangers are. you can put some of that doubt in their minds right away and get the fans, it becomes harder sometimes to play on home ice when you've got expectations where they are, like the Rangers have, and then you're not living up to those expectations, and these fans can turn on them in a hurry. So, look, I'm scratching my head trying to figure out what's wrong with this Rangers team, why they've been so poor here recently after a tremendous start to the season. Although the underlying numbers weren't great, the wins were there for them, and they identified some areas where they needed to improve. There's a lot of kind of talk behind closed doors. They're not happy. The players aren't with some of the things that have gone on with some popular teammates here in New York, and who have been let go or traded or moved, and so forth. And it's taken its toll on some guys, and it's snowballed for a couple of players that are supposed to be very good for them.
Yeah, give them a reason to
pack it in.
Pack it in for the night, right? They've been outscored, by the way, 19-6 during this 4-game losing streak coming in here tonight. Keys to the game are brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. We'll have the opening face-off between the Bruins and the Rangers coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
Hey, it's Zoe here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
The Bruins and the New York Rangers getting ready to meet for the 3rd time this season. They will play again at TD Garden coming up on February the 1st, and then a few days later, we'll be back here at Madison Square Garden. As we get ready for the opening face-off, let's take you down to ice level and tonight's national anthem from John Brancy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's light?
Getting ready for the opening face-off here at Madison Square Garden between the Bruins and the Rangers. We'll take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for the Rangers is Jonathan Quick. On defense, the pairing of Keandre Miller and Will Borgen. And up front, Will Cooley, Brett Berard, and Philip Hedl. For the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman gets the start in goal. Nikita Zadorov and Charlie McAvoy, your defensemen. Up front, David Pastrnak, Morgan Geekie, and Pavel Zacha. The starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game are presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Jeff Melhuish of Shrewsbury, Mass. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Jeff wins a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins in the road white sweaters, white helmets, and black pants. Rangers in blue helmets and sweaters with red and white numbers and red pants. Boston will go from left to right on offense here in the first period as New York controls the opening faceoff. Coming back into his own zone to play it was Keandre Miller. Bill Borgen played it across ice. It'll angle into the Bruins zone, and it'll be an icing right off the bat against New York. Borgen, one of the new faces in this Rangers lineup. Picked up in the trade from Seattle back on December 18th. The trade that sent Capo Caco out west.
He was talked about when we were out in Seattle. Talked to a few people in the Seattle organization about him. They like him, and the problem was he was set to become an unrestricted free agent. So Seattle ends up making that trade for Caco, a guy that's got a lot of upside.
Off the face-off, Zadorov will play it down the left wing side here. Pasternak pushed out toward the blue line and forced out of the zone by Borgen. In the neutral ice, Zacha hands it off to Zadorov, cutting ahead to the red line. He'll play it in wide of Jonathan Quick to the front of the net. Steered away from there by Borgen. Kept in by Zadorov. Sent it around behind the net. Zacha against Borgen as they come toward the near corner. Sent it back down low, but taken away by Keandre Miller. Over to Borgen, far side, and up into the neutral ice where Hedel will move it forward and then head off on a line change.
For the Rangers, their issues have been defensively, right? I mean, it's been a tough sledding here defensively for them, whether it's off the rush and being scored against the way that they have. Shesterkin allowed 5 goals on 14 shots the other day, and that was prior to his injury, or partly because of his injury, but they can still score. I think that they're potent offensively. Keep them off the power play.
Come forward here with Riley Smith trying to feed one for Kreider. Hit him in the skate. And then behind the Bruins net, it'll come around the near side. Poked along the wall by Ryan Lindgren. The Bruins will get it out in the neutral ice. It'll come back toward Lindgren in front of the penalty box's near side. Finds Zibanejad coming down the middle, and a long shot gloved by Swayman.
His numbers are just baffling. Zibanejad's. Right? He's a good player. We've seen him have some good seasons. He is a minus 22 this year.
Minus 8 in the last 8 games.
He's minus 22 overall, though. And he's looking down, you want to see, like, okay, how does it compare to other guys on the team? Will Cooley's a +9. Now, I know Cooley might not be out for some of the empty net goals that they might have against, and that number can be skewed a little bit. It might not be telling. Minus 22 to a +9. That's a massive difference. At this point of the season, any point of the season, but especially less than halfway through.
Puck dumped in around behind Quick, who steers it off toward the far side. Centering pass coming out of the zone, and Brazo took that away. He throws it back in on Quick, who gloves it and hangs on to it. As Zibanejad, 6 goals at this point in the season, 21 points, almost halfway through. You look at his numbers over the past 3 years: 81 points, 91 points, 72 points. That as high as 41 goals, and that was in a 57-game season back in 1920, the COVID-shortened year.
6 goals. We're almost halfway through.
No points for him in the last 8. Bruins get an attack zone face-off here. Frederick asked to leave the circle, so Kepke will stand in there in his place. And the Rangers control it off the draw. Way to the near boards. Frederick cut it off. He's got it along the near side. Hashmarks tried to center for Brazo. It was broken up and backhanded up and out of the zone. Mason Lohrei from center ice will dump it back into the far left wing corner. Came in toward the side of the net. Quick played it away from there. Kepke's got it along the far side under some pressure. Send it off into the corner, and the Rangers will control it. Vakanainen will bring behind the net and off the near boards. He gets it out into neutral ice. Andrew Peet coming over to cut off Sam Carrick just inside the Boston line. Puck onto the stick of Frederick. He'll swing it in front of Swayman over to Mason Lohrei. 2.5 gone by here in the first period. Lohrei brings it through neutral ice. Dumps it down the right wing all the way around to the far side. Popped off the stick of Trocheck back toward his own net. Taken near side by Wahlstrom and sent deep. Wallstrom joining Kastelik and Beecher on the fourth line tonight. Wallstrom able to find his way free into the left circle and hit the post on the short side against Quick.
Right off the crossbar, short side high.
Here he is with a one-timer, and that one kicked aside by Quick. Wallstrom will backhand it deep.
They can get some life into him and some pop because he can shoot the puck. I mean, he just got some open space there on the left wing side. Had a nice move, got himself into the left wing circle, Wallstrom did, and just ripped that puck short side on Quick.
His fifth game in a Bruins uniform for Wallstrom. He sat out the last couple. Played through the neutral ice. Rangers will gain the attack zone. Coming toward the near side is Vincent Trocheck. Pivots on to the forehand. Send it across far side. Fox tried a shot, and that's blocked up and out of play by Geekie.
That's a good opportunity there for Wallstrom. We'd love to see this thing start to find the back of the net for him. That was off the post, yeah, short side. He was right at the dot in the left wing circle and ripped that puck off over the right shoulder of Quick. He's a guy that, I mean, he's looking for goal scoring. He's certainly somebody, if he can pop a couple, that'll open up for him.
And that was one of the first things that Joe Sacco said when they acquired him is he's got a great shot.
Oh, I mean, you can see it. You just watch him practice. I mean, we saw it when he played for the Islanders, but he's got to keep his, and Sacco mentioned it today too, he's got to keep his feet moving. That's key for him. Like, if he gets slow through the neutral zone and even slow on the forecheck, that's where he's got to move his feet to be an impact.
Interesting that he's on the fourth line tonight.
Yeah.
Which is not, necessarily the best spot for him, but we'll see how it goes.
He's got a really hard worker in Kastelik there, and Koepke for that matter. So, who knows? Maybe you get some chemistry as a line together, but and he's going to play second power play, and that just depends on Pasternak's shifts.
There's Geekie. Yeah, exactly. Geekie on the left wing circle here. Hands off for Pasternak. He'll deal it back to Lohrei, center of the blue line. Now he works his way down the right wing circle. Puck on his backhand. He sent one through the top of the crease. Off the far wall, it's taken by Geekie. He works his way down the half wall, steps toward the dot, takes a shot. Save made by Quick. Rebound popped out in front there.
I'll tell you what, the Rangers just kind of standing around.
Here's Peak at the center of the blue line. Didn't get much on a pass intended for Pasternak. Nice play by Pasta to keep that alive. Lohrei sends over to Peak near side. His shot gets blocked off into the near corner. Comes down low, and Hedel and Lindholm doing battle along the end wall. Fox will push it up the far side. Cut off there by Pasternak. He throws it to the net with Marchand in front. Quick made the save. The Rangers will clear it out here with Berard dumping in from the red line. 5 minutes gone here in the first period. No score. Up the right side comes Charlie Coyle. Dragging it down into the corner against Miller. Goes in behind the net. Puck still on his forehand. As he goes around to the hash marks far side. Now it slips away from him. Zibanejad will get it out. And it'll be sent toward the Bruins zone by Kreider. Smith into the near corner. Beaten to it by McAvoy. Around the far side. It's tipped out of the zone by Coyle and back toward the Ranger end. Zibanejad lost it to Frederick, who, as he tried to turn to get that puck onto his stick, had it get away. Miller passed through neutral ice, tipped off the stick of Brazo, and goes over the benches into the crowd on the far side.
Yeah, we're, 5.5, less than 6 minutes into this game.
Feel like you're understanding the skid a little bit for New York?
Yeah. A couple giveaways in their own zone. Lax defensively. The Bruins have hit a post. That was a good try. That was a good opportunity for Geekie.
The Bruins, they got to take advantage of this.
Yeah.
If New York's going to give them those chances. The face-off just outside the Boston blue line.
Trying to figure out what the defensive system is. Like, watching them play in their own zone. I'm going to get enough of a look here today, but
Kastelik pulls it back toward Wotherspoon. Played off the far boards past Beecher. It'll be brought back toward the Boston line. Lafreniere spinning around behind the net into the far corner. Back around to the near side it comes. Moved it back toward the point. Vakanainen threw it toward the net, but that was steered away from there. But the Bruins will be whistled for an icing as it goes all the way down.
Vakanainen, former first-round pick of the Bruins, was playing for Anaheim, and he came over as part of the trade for Trouba.
Yeah, it was Trouba for Vakanainen and a fourth-round pick.
They basically just
Gave him
player and salary.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
You mentioned Borgen came over in the Kako trade. They got a 3rd and a 6th rounder as part of that deal as well. But this is not an organization that's stockpiling picks for a rebuild here. They're looking to get this thing turned around because they were in win-now mode. You get a whistle and an offside, and that'll take us to our first timeout. 13:56 to go here in the first period. No score on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Hey, it's Zoe here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
WIC is a supplemental nutrition program that plays a crucial role in improving the health and well-being of children by providing families access to healthy foods, nutritional education, and other essential support services. WIC programs help improve the long-term health outcomes of mothers and children by ensuring all eligible families, regardless of immigration status, have access to cost-free nutrition resources they need to thrive. If you or someone you know could benefit from WIC, visit health.ri.gov/WIC or reach out to your local WIC office to learn more about eligibility and how to apply.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Start your year with an award-winning SUV or get winter ready with the Ford F-Series. Scoreless, 13:56 to go here in the first period. Shots are 3-1 in favor of the Bruins in the early going.
And a post.
And a post from Oliver Wahlstrom on his first shift of the game. We're going to face off just outside the Boston line. Elias Lindholm, Brad Marchand, Charlie Coyle on the front with Carlo and Wotherspoon as the defensive pairing. Puck angled off the boards here by Marchand. Coyle will sweep it down the left wing side. Marchand trying to get around Zibanejad and get in after that puck. Run toward the far corner. Coyle lost it over to Fox. Zibanejad will play it up the middle. Kreider pushed it off toward the left side, and Lindgren will dump it in. All the way around the far corner. Wotherspoon spun it back in behind the Bruins net. Came toward the near circle. Coyle got a stick on it. Knocked down along the near wall with Smith. Gets back up, able to play the puck. Back to Lindgren at the left point. Over to Fox far side. Lindgren again near side. Hangs it off the boards and picked off by Carlo in the near corner, but can't move it out of the zone along the near side circle. Lindholm able to help win it back for Coyle. Through neutral ice comes Wotherspoon off to the right side. Coyle, puck slipped away from him, and then he slipped as he tried to stop and get that puck.
The linesman right at the blue line.
On the near side, Lindgren played it into the neutral zone, tapped ahead by Smith. McAvoy will circle back to get it. 12:50 to go here in the first period. McAvoy will play it down the left wing boards and into the far corner. Zacha digging for it. Pasternak in there as well. 3 Rangers surrounding the puck. Pasternak able to play it back along the wall. Looking for Zadorov, who got it free to Zacha. Zacha sends it across here to McAvoy. His shot gets blocked as he collides with Edstrom along the near circle. Played out of the zone. Bruins control. Zadorov will bring it back across ice for McAvoy and dumps in. Quick will stop behind the net. Up the far boards, kept in at the blue line by Zadorov. Sent it across ice into the near corner. Geeky trying to leave it in the circle, had it taken away. And it'll be pushed out toward the blue line. Vesey pivots back into his own zone. Rangers and Bruins both getting some changes on here. as Artemi Panarin works his way through neutral ice. Lafreniere along the right wing side. Drops one off for Panarin. Angled back towards Schneider at the point. Around behind the net, Lohrei able to get in front of Lafreniere along the near side boards. It is Brazeau who tapped it free. Frederick fighting his way out of the zone. Brazeau gets it from Koepke, coming up the right side. Takes the shot. Kick saved by Quick. Long rebound out through the slot. Peak's got it out of the blue line. His shot gets blocked by Trocheck, who falls down trying to clear it. Does get it out past Lohrei. And now Lafreniere on a 2-on-1. Sending one across, looking for Panarin, but tipped away by Peak. Frederick.
That's a nice job by Peak, bailing out his Barton there, and Lohrei had that puck bounce over his stick at the offensive blue line.
Lohrei spins it up the far wall. Trocheck will keep it deep. Collision along the far boards with Frederick. Lindgren at the point. Throws one toward the slot. Lohrei kicks it out of there, and it'll get out of the zone here to Koepke. Now Brazeau coming up the right side. Little one-on-one. Lindgren blocks the shot, forced it wide of the net. Kastelik goes crashing into the far corner to try to win that puck. And does. Beecher at the face-off dot. Quickly ran out of space. He's got it back now and got it out in front. Kastelik with a backhand. That's blocked by Lindgren. Goes up into the air. Beecher from the near circle. Over to Wotherspoon. Far side. Takes the shot from out near the blue line. Quick will squeeze that one. Just about 9.5 gone here in the first. No score.
Yeah, I misspoke a little earlier when I said Wahlstrom with Kastelik and Koepke, but they've got Beecher playing on this line. Koepke's actually playing, we'll call it the third line. But if Beecher's got his feet going, that's a line that can outwork most teams in that offensive end because of the way Kastelik plays.
And we talked a little bit about Beecher during that game in Washington the other day. You know, the numbers haven't been there for him. The production hasn't been there for him. And
no, the game hasn't.
Yeah.
It really hasn't. I mean, it's a fact that he has not been as effective as he's capable of being. He needs to have more of an impact on the games when he's in there.
We look back at the beginning of the season. You know,
that line was
their best line.
Yeah.
With Koepke at that point. As the puck gets cleared here for an icing.
Koepke, Beecher. And then there were a couple of healthy scratches there along the way. And you hoped that maybe the coaching change was going to spark something in him, but his best asset is his speed, and you don't see it enough.
He had a bit of an adventure here the last couple of days in New York. Dropped his wallet down the elevator shaft at the hotel the other night. It fell between the elevator car and the platform, and they had to dig it out of there. As here's a giveaway inside the Bruins zone. Zibanejad with a chance. Right in front, they score. Riley Smith backhanded it around Swayman, whether it got across the line before anybody else touched it. But the Rangers grab a 1-0 lead.
I think it's going to go to Zibanejad. It's like a little bit of a comedy of errors here, unfortunately, for the Bruins. McAvoy, there's a collision in the neutral zone. The puck's up in the air, and him and Zadorov run into each other. McAvoy loses his stick. Swayman tries to get the puck out of the zone, can't do it. And then Zibanejad gets a shot from the slot. There's a rebound opportunity for Smith on the backhand. And it looked like Swayman made that save, and then Zibanejad was able to chip it home into an empty net. But it's all with McAvoy without a stick after running into... I don't know. Zibanejad acted like he got it. I think they're going to try to give it to him because he hasn't scored many, but it was right on the goal line. I think he did tip it home.
Well, I mentioned he had gone without a point in the last 8 games, so if it's his goal, it'll be his 7th of the year.
It's either a goal or an assist for him because he had the initial shot.
The Bruins get the puck deep right off the bat here, and Marchand out in front for Lindholm, but Quick makes the save and covers it up.
Good answer by the Bruins, but a better save by Quick, right? Right where he needs to be. That's a nice save. Bruins in that offensive zone get the puck out in front, and Boyle, Marchand, Lindholm. I mean, that's a good chance. That's a good answer. It's just Jonathan Quick, who's going to have some pressure on him with Shesterkin on the shelf.
This is his 10th start of the year. Of course, won a couple of Stanley Cups in L.A. Won another one as a backup in Vegas a couple of years ago. On the near side boards in the Bruins zone. Puck will be swept around behind the net. Carrick hands off back there. BC taking it toward the far circle. Back to Fox to the right point. Plays it back in deep. Reaching for it behind the net was Edstrom as he and Peak both go down. Centering pass came out to Fox, who was trying to backhand it.
Good hit by Peak.
Carrick on the far side keeps it just inside the blue line, but now the Rangers go for a full change. Peak all by himself in the Bruins zone with the puck. Do credit Zibanejad with the goal. That puck was right on the goal line when he
may have gone in, maybe not. He's going to make sure, though.
Frederick got it to Carlo, but the Bruins lose it back over. Now Carlo steps out on Lafreniere at the blue line, far side. Puck is tied up in front of the bench. Lobbed ahead in the air by Carlo, and it'll go bouncing in toward Quick. Taken by Braden Schneider. Panarin. This is one across ice for Lafreniere, just inside the Boston line. Gave it back to Panarin coming down the middle. Poke checked away by Carlo. That sends Brazo back the other way. Wotherspoon in the middle. Brazo tried to get it back to him on a little give and go, but tipped off into the corner. 8.5 left here in the first period. Rangers have a 1-0 lead. Kastelik at center ice. Couldn't knock it away from Panarin. Deep into the Boston zone it goes. New York goes for another change. Kastelik gets the outlet pass from Wotherspoon. Brings it up the right side. Played around Miller. Toward the back of the net. Morgan cuts in front of Kastelik. Zibanejad starts out of the New York zone. Riley Smith will chase McAvoy deep into Boston territory. McAvoy reversed it into the far corner, but Zibanejad got there first. They work it back to Borgen and now on to Miller from the near point with a shot. That one turned away by Swayman.
Deflected.
Was deflected, yeah, as it gets into the far circle. Broken stick for Borgen as he tried to shoot. Bruins come back the other way with a 3-on-2. Wallstrom down the right wing side. His shot kicked away by Quick. And comes back out in front off of Zibanejad's stick. But
if that doesn't hit Zibanejad's stick, it's coming right out to Peak at the top of the circle for the one-timer.
Here's Peak right back in across the blue line. Zibanejad cuts in front of him and will steer the puck back toward the Boston zone. Mason Lohrei will go back to get it. 7:20 to play here in the first. 1-0 Rangers lead. Geekie from just outside the New York zone. Sends it deep. Heedle on the far boards will play it back out in a 2-on-1. Berard up the right wing side. Takes the shot and scores. Brett Berard right under the crossbar on a 2-on-1, and it's 2-0 Rangers.
Yeah, poor decision here to pinch when you don't have support in the middle of the ice. You got to back off. Lohrei tries to keep this puck in. Can't. It's chipped out. Peak. It's the second time it's been a 2-on-1 with Peak as your lone guy back. And this one, Berard, he's going to be on his off wings. He's going to be on the right side. It's a left-hand shot. He's going to work to the middle of the ice to improve his shooting angle, and he's going to rip this short side high past Jeremy Swayman. But that pair, I mean, Lohrai's given up two on ones in this first period.
Yeah, 2 mistakes at the offensive blue line. Went the other way. Oh, Carlo plays it on into the New York zone, but Fox is there. Steers it away from Coyle. It'll be brought quickly out into the neutral zone, and then BC turned back with it. Now it'll be driven into the Bruins zone by Carrick. Stopped behind the net by Swayman. Wotherspoon will angle one across ice here for Coyle in the neutral ice. He sends ahead, looking for Marchand. Marchand battling along the near boards with Fox. Rangers able to send it right back out of the zone. 6.5 left here in the first. 2-0 Rangers have the lead. Zadorov up near the red line. Dumps it around behind Quick. Comes to Frederick along the near boards. Brazo at the back of the net. Got it on to Frederick. Turns it around for the shot and kicked away by Quick.
Another good look. That's a good shot right there with Brazo right in front.
Rangers come right back the other way. Heedle has it knocked away by McAvoy. He'll come back out into the neutral zone. In the neutral ice, McAvoy tapped it free briefly, but Rangers come right in it as Cooley shoots one that sails up and out of play. Take a break here with 5:53 to go in the first period. Rangers 2, Bruins nothing. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time. Hey, it's Zoe, and Oakers Technologies has a long history of helping businesses stay future ready as their single source IT partner, providing everything from full IT infrastructure to everyday AV needs. And they're hyper-focused on managed IT services that feel easy and simple from a single point of contact. Their ProCare support team are the people behind the technology that makes sure that you have a custom approach to the support and resources you need to keep your business future ready with Oakers Technologies, proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Oh, such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you could do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
What, you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, a Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Save up to 40% at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Fans, the Bruins are back on Causeway on Sunday night for their first home matchup of 2025. Select tickets still available to be at TD Garden as the Bees take on the Islanders starting at 6 p.m. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to secure your seat to that Sunday night showdown. Here in New York, it's 2-0 Rangers over the Bruins. 5:53 to go here in the first period. We spoke just before face-off tonight about the Rangers' struggles, having lost 4 in a row in 15 of their last 19, and the Bruins needed to give them a chance to basically quit on this game, the way things have been going for them, but that has not happened here in the early going.
No, it's self-inflicted, some of it. I mean, you've given up a couple of 2-on-1s. Peake made a good play on the first 2-on-1. The second one's a good shot by Berard, but you gave up 2 2-on-1s. And then you have the Quick's going to cover this puck up here, but you have Zadorov and McAvoy running into each other in the middle of the ice. McAvoy loses his stick. Swayman tries to clear the puck. It's kept in by Kreider. Zibanejad's shot. He ends up scoring after Smith had the rebound chance. You're giving the Rangers opportunities. Those aren't earned.
Right.
I mean, depends on how you look at it, but they're not.
As you say, there's always two different stories after the game. Right?
Yeah, right.
One team says we didn't play.
We had the start we wanted. The Rangers are going to
show. Exactly. Here's a shot by Carlo down to Marchand along the side of the net. The centering pass is taken away, and the Rangers come ahead. As Zibanejad comes down the left wing side into the corner, cut off by Carlo, who tried to pivot with the puck and now gets tangled up with Kreider. Coyle got it to Wotherspoon, played back into the corner. Kreider able to get it and sweep it around behind the net to the far side circle. Coyle will take away, try to feed Marchand coming out of his zone. Morgan forced it back into the Boston end, and Bruins will change up, as will the Rangers. On the near side, swept back in by Riley Smith. Swayman goes behind the net. Kastelik chasing out toward his own blue line. Up the right side for Beecher. Pushed it down to the corner. Kastelik goes to get it against Borgen. Back of the net, Oliver Wahlstrom takes it toward the far side circle. Knocked off his stick by Trocheck. Lafreniere's got it along the far boards. Trying to push it out of the zone. Beecher and Kastelik keep in, and then Kastelik and Zadorov get crossed up, lose it out. Wallstrom's pass redirected. Kastelik will chase it along the left wing side, goes down and hits the outside of the net. Procek takes it from the top of the far circle out to center ice. McAvoy got it to Kastelik, who will sweep it down along the right wing corner. Back out of the zone by Borgen. Cheating up ice where the Rangers. Here's Lafreniere and sending in front. He was trying to.
You got numbers coming back.
Get it to the left wing circle, and Bruins work their way ahead. Pasternak got it from Zacha over to the far side, and the one-timer by Geekie. Quick got across to the far post.
It was a little slow to develop, but it got developed there, and Pasternak had to wait for the middle of the ice and Zacha to clear so he could make that pass over the left wing side. Geekie got a lot on it. I'm not sure if Quick made the save or hit the side of the net.
Back out to the blue line and just out of the Boston zone, sent back in by Cooley. Bruins have it. 3:28 to go here in the first. They're trailed by 2. Frederick had it hit him in the skate, kick into the New York zone. Lindgren hands off along the near side circle to Fiedel. Back toward Lindgren, around the far side, and Cooley tips it out past Wotherspoon. Race for an icing. Carlo will get to the dot first. So they'll face it off down inside the Rangers' end.
Yeah, the Bruins have had some good looks in this first period. Quick's been there for them, though, for the Rangers. That's a good look. 3-on-2 coming up the ice. Move that puck wide. Open up the shooting lane. And that shot taken from the left wing circle by Geekie. Yeah, he missed the net.
Yeah.
Off net, short side.
Face off to the right of Jonathan Quick here. He has stopped all 8 shots the Bruins have thrown at him here in this first period. One off the post, and that one going wide. Off the near wall, it'll be Berard, one of the goal scorers for New York. Koepke didn't get it out of the zone. In the far corner, Zadorov gets a hit. Puck up in the air, glove down by Koepke, out to neutral ice. He sends it. Fox turns back up ice, comes through the center. On the left side, laid down to Carrick along the end wall. Wrapped it toward the far boards. Charlie Coyle going to bring it around toward the near side. Then he takes a hit and lost it courtesy of Edstrom. Centering pass, trying to settle it for the shot. On the near circle, it's Kreider. Coyle goes behind the net. Elias Lindholm played up the middle. Marchand just getting behind DeAndre Miller, who reached back to knock that puck free. Marchand on the near circle, able to keep it alive, got it back to Pete, but as he throws it toward the slot, Fox will get it out.
Good recovery by a good player there, DeAndre Miller, but he's regressed a little bit this year. He's had a rough season. The guy is certainly very capable. We've seen him.
Pasternak behind the net, send it back toward Zacha, far side, comes back toward Pasta. Off the wall, back to Lohrei, winds, fires, and that off the leg of Zibanejad goes wide. Fired out of the zone by Riley Smith, and Zibanejad headed up ice. Is going to get to that puck first in the Bruins zone. Ryder goes to the far side, got it right out in front for Riley Smith, and a big save there by Swayman to keep this a 2-goal game. We're under 90 seconds to go here in the first. Geekie angles it off the far boards, goes to get it himself, takes a hit from Schneider as he goes down.
It's a good hit by Schneider. Stood him right up.
Artemi Panarin back ahead to the red line, and he'll dump it into the Bruins zone. Around to the far corner. Arthur Wotherspoon sent it toward the back of the net. Steered off the far wall, back to Schneider now. He works his way all the way down south of the goal line and tried to center for Panarin.
Koepke with a good stick lift.
Bruins come back the other way. Marchand has Coyle with him on this rush. Goes right toward the side of the net. Quick made the stop.
Misspoke. That was Marchand that made the good defensive play, and then they tried to go 5-hole on Quick.
Now the Rangers will get whistled for an offside here as they work their way forward. 42.8 to go here in the period.
Tried to get Quick to open up that time.
We'll take a break. 42.8 to go in the period. 2-0 Rangers have the lead on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize. and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
42.8 seconds left in this first period, and the Rangers have a 2-0 lead over the Bruins. Mika Zibanejad's 7th of the year from Riley Smith and Chris Kreider at 9:48. Brett Berard's 3rd of the season from Philip Hedl at 12:53. Face off to resume things just outside the Boston line. Rangers control it. Fox will shoot it around the boards. Cooley inching down into the near corner against McAvoy. Puck came around to Marchand far side. Played it up the left wing, but on over to the Rangers. Cooley at his own blue line. Puck deflected off of Elias Lindholm. Hedl will bring across the Boston line. Shot down into the left wing corner. Angled away from Cooley, and Pasternak will work his way ahead. Here's Lindholm along the right wing side. Gives to Pasternak. Pivots back toward the blue line. Turns and fires with Marchand in front. It goes wide of the far post.
Marchand got a tip on that.
Zadorov now throws one to the net. That wide of an outstretched glove from Quick and goes into the netting. Out of play with 1 second left in the period. Interesting, you get that late TV timeout. They came back with Pasternak with Lindholm and Marchand
Definitely, but yeah, there's different rules for different periods. I think if it's towards the end of a game, they don't go for a commercial timeout at that point, but in the first and second, or third period, I should say, they don't go, but first and second period, they can go.
So they'll drop it here with 1 second left on the clock, and that'll do it for the period. Bruins had everybody lined up in the slot, hoping for a last-second opportunity, but won't get it. And so the Rangers, riding a 4-game losing streak, grab a 2-0 lead here on home ice over the Bruins in the first 20 minutes. And we'll be back to Madison Square Garden on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you can do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
What, you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT!
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Save up to 40% at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
How would you like to get in the best shape, the healthiest shape of your life for less than $5 a day? I'm Body CEO Carl Deichler. That's Body with an I. And I've got your healthy bundle with the world-class workout, healthy eating plan, plus the healthiest and most delicious nutrition shake that will make you feel amazing and really improve your digestion, if you know what I mean. All for less than $5 a day. This is your healthy bundle, your workout, your easy eating plan, and a delicious nutrition shake called Shakeology. And if you don't lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in your first 3 weeks, I'll give you your money back. Imagine a trainer and dietitian giving you all this for less than $5 a day, plus a healthy superfood shake that curbs cravings, helps you lose weight, and gives you healthy energy. It's unprecedented, and it's your healthy bundle. So write down this web address. Go to yourhealthybundle.com. That's yourhealthybundle.com, and see how healthy and fit you can get for less than $5 a day.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
My experience has been, I've enjoyed it. It's been good. The players have been, extremely supportive of what we're trying to do. We made some changes, some subtle changes here and there. Not a whole lot right away, but some subtle changes, and I think that they've done a really good job of buying into what we're trying to do, and I've enjoyed it. It's a great group to work with. I'm really lucky to work with the players that we have here, and obviously management too. They've been very supportive. So from my end, it's been really good. Our team, I think we're trending in the right direction. I've said it before. There's always some ups and downs during the course of 82. I thought last night we played really well. Special teams were probably the difference in the game, but thought we played a really solid 5-on-5 game. And sometimes you're going to come out, even when the process is the way you want it, you're not going to get the end result at times. And sometimes when you don't have the process, you do end up with the end result. But I think the team's played well. We've tightened up areas of the game that we feel we need to. There's still other areas that we have to improve on.
That's interim head coach Joe Sacco talking about his first 19 and now a third games as the interim head coach. We're back here at Madison Square Garden where the Rangers have a 2-0 lead over the Bruins. And we're going to look at the big picture here a little bit. This is the 40th game for the Bruins this season, 20th under Joe Sacco as the interim head coach. They are 12-6-1 since the coaching change. He talked about, tightening things up. And, that, to me, has been the biggest difference between the first 20 and the next 20 is, more often than not, defensively, this team has been a lot better than they were over that first quarter of the season.
Well, we talked about it from day one. That had to be the strength of the team, and it was not. It was strange watching this team try to defend through the first 20 games, or give or take, whatever it was under Jim Montgomery. It went away, which was a strength of the team. I know that, maybe the underlying numbers, they allowed some chances, over the last year or two, and it didn't show up as much on the score sheet. They had the good goaltending. I certainly don't think Swayman was at the top of his game, but he wasn't the number one reason why they were losing the way that they were losing. The way that they defended, the way that they gave up odd man rushes, the turnovers in the wrong spots. It was not there for them at the beginning of the season. So that had to be priority number one when Joe Sacco took over as the interim head coach. How are we going to defend? We've got to get back to, taking pride in our defensive zone, not just defensive zone, but all over the ice defensively. But it boils down to when you're below your goal blue line and how you're going to defend, and are you going to be a hard team to play against? Or are you going to be easy to get chances against? And the mantra was, okay, let's protect the middle of the ice, protect the guts of the ice. That's words he used. And they've done a much better job of that. There's been games that's gotten away from them. There's been games where, a Winnipeg game or, a couple other games where they've given up some of these high danger chances. But by and large, for the most part, and they had a favorable schedule too.
Yeah.
I will say that they had a favorable schedule, and they took advantage of it. They've taken advantage on home ice. They've taken advantage of the favorable schedule that they've had against some teams that are out of the playoffs, at least at this point of the season. But no question, they took a lot more pride in how they defended.
Coaches will tell you when there's a midseason change like that, it's difficult to make too many, major changes. So have you noticed changes in X's and O's and things that they have done to get better defensively?
I think just more of attention to detail, to be honest with you. There might be here and there where they try to kill some plays, before teams get into their end, then they really get back to protecting the middle of the ice. I don't think there's been as much. I think that they try to utilize kind of the double team. You get a guy in some trouble and you've got a good position on him, and then when he turns back, he's turning into somebody else who's right there. And I thought that they were a little slow to do that early on, to incorporate that, and then they got a little bit better as they've gone on. And you've had some new faces in the lineup, no question, but you had all of training camp. I know it was a disjointed training camp. I wasn't a big fan of it in terms of the amount of games played versus the practice time. It just I don't think it helped them. But I think it took some guys some time to kind of get used to the way things, how they want to play things, especially defensively. A guy like Zadorov's a good example. There's no question it's taken him a while.
Yeah.
But he's been much better at when to go, when not to go. When to throw the hit, when not to throw it. He's been much more disciplined in his game in terms of running around as opposed to playing positionally sound and taking the hit when it's there. And I think that's been, he's to me, he's the prime example, but it's more than just him. It's some other guys as well. If you look at as an individually, and then how do they gel as a team as well.
Just to give you some numbers, over the first 20 games this year, they were being outscored by more than a goal a game, giving up almost 3.5 goals per game, scoring 2.4. Over the last 19 games coming in tonight, they have reversed that trend. They're scoring over 2.8 goals a game. They're giving up just over 2.5 goals a game right now. So they've basically gotten a goal per game better defensively over the course of the last 19 games since the change. So look at a little bit of the big picture. The smaller picture right now is that they're trailing 2-0 to the Rangers after one here on the road. We're going to check the Sports Hub headlines with Matt McCarthy when we return on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Oh, such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you could do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
But you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, a Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT!
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Save up to 40% at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
How would you like to get in the best shape, the healthiest shape of your life for less than $5 a day? I'm Body CEO Carl Deichler. That's Body with an I. And I've got your healthy bundle with a world-class workout, healthy eating plan, plus the healthiest and most delicious nutrition shake that will make you feel amazing and really improve your digestion, if you know what I mean. All for less than $5 a day. This is your healthy bundle, your workout, your easy eating plan, and a delicious nutrition shake called Shakeology. And if you don't lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in your first 3 weeks, I'll give you your money back. Imagine a trainer and dietitian giving you all this for less than $5 a day, plus a healthy superfood shake that curbs cravings, helps you lose weight, and gives you healthy energy. It's unprecedented, and it's your healthy bundle. So write down this web address. Go to yourhealthybundle.com. That's yourhealthybundle.com, and see how healthy and fit you can get for less than $5 a day.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
WTFM Boston, the home of the Patriots, the Celts, the Revs, and the Bruins. Boston's home for sports is the Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station. Sports Hub headlines.
Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, now open in Franklin, Billerica, and Peabody. Bruins trail the Rangers 2-0 after one period of play tonight at Madison Square Garden. Mika Zibanejad and Brett Berard have scored for New York. 5 saves for Jeremy Swayman, 9 for Jonathan Quick. Celtics trail the Timberwolves 34-28. Late in the first. You can listen to that game in Boston on 105.7 WROR. Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis are out tonight, and Notre Dame has punched their ticket to the college football playoff semifinal. They beat Georgia 23-10 in the Sugar Bowl. The 50-50 raffle presented by DraftKings is currently benefiting the Boston Bruins Foundation, an organization that collaborates with charitable organizations that demonstrate a commitment to health and wellness, education, and athletics. To support the Boston Bruins Foundation and enter for a chance to win half of the jackpot, visit bostonbruins.com/5050 to purchase tickets. The raffle runs through the third period of the game on January 5th. Once again, Bruins trail the Rangers 2-0 after one. I'm Matt McCarthy. RJ and Bob have the call of the second period next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with an adjustable base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Now Taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your Good Karma by the pint.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
As here's a giveaway inside the Bruins zone. Zibanejad with a chance. Right in front, they score. Riley Smith backhanded it around Swayman, whether it got across the line before anybody else touched it. But the Rangers grab a 1-0 lead. And that goal did go to Zibanejad, who tapped it across the goal line at the last moment. His 7th of the year from Smith and Chris Kreider at 9:48. And then Brett Berard as his 3rd of the year from Hedel at 12:53. Rangers have a 2-0 lead as we get ready to start the second period. And fans, TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. Bruins will head up to Toronto after this one. Take on Maple Leafs on Saturday night, hockey night in Canada. We have our pregame coverage across the network starting at 6:30. Face off around 7:15. Control the opening draw here. Zadorov played it on to Marchand. Tipped on into the New York zone. DeAndre Miller got it out of the far corner. Marchand picks it off. Moves down the right wing circle. He and Miller get tangled as they go into the far corner. Elias Lindholm along the hash marks. Able to drag it free. Now brings back toward the corner and sends behind the net to Marchand. Bringing around for the attempted backhanded stuffer, but knocked away from him. And Cooley will send it back toward the Boston line. Hedel and McAvoy collide. And Hedel went hard into the wall, far side, and he'll head on to the bench here. Miller plays it up the left side. Zibanejad tapped it loose. He's got it now to the Boston line. Poke checked away by McAvoy. Zadorov has it between the circles, coming toward the near side. It's into the corner. Takes a look up ice as he starts to skate ahead. From the blue line, angles a pass up the left wing side to Geekie. Takes it from the left circle, the shot. And it goes up and out of play.
Yeah, Lindgren got a piece of that coming across from his left defense position, comes all the way over into the left wing circle to get a stick on that. That was a good outlet pass right up the boards there, and he had some time and space on the left wing to try to get that shot away. Lindgren's been he was Bruins property at one point in time, right?
Part of the Rick Nash trade.
He was, and it would have been interesting.
Zacha takes a shot off. Looked like it might have caught the mask of Quick, but made the save.
They had
cleared down ice.
They had him and Lozon at the same time, and you also had the expansion draft coming up. You're probably going to lose one of those guys anyhow, and they ended up in the trade market for Nash, for Lindgren, and he's been a good player for them. The thing with him is he plays so hard. He's not a big guy. He gets hurt.
Kreider with a shot blocked by Lohrei along the end wall. Peak. Got it behind the net. Lohrei toward the near circle.
He's been a good partner though for Fox. A good compliment to him.
Lazo shoots it in around behind the net, around to the far corner. Wahlstrom hands off over there to Frederick against Fox. Back to the point for Carlo. Shot kicked away by Quick. Near side, Wotherspoon unleashes one. Sure, where did that end up going out of play? Puck's still on the ice.
The referee blew the whistle. Somebody got hit in the head there. Wotherspoon took that shot from the left wing side, and it caught
Trocheck, I think that is.
Trocheck right up off the melon.
He's
I think that's why the referee blew it dead. He thought he wanted to make sure.
So just about 2 minutes into this second period.
It caught him right off the side of the head. I mean, fortunately for him, he's okay, but Referee saw that and he blew it down.
Trocheck over on the bench. Kara comes over the boards to replace him. We'll take this face-off against Frederick. Down to our left, near circle. And Frederick gets kicked out of the circle. So Wallstrom will stand in his place. He's able to pull it toward the near boards on the forehand. Frederick tangled along the wall against Vakanainen. Puck comes back toward Wotherspoon. He walks it along the blue line toward the far side. Backhands it deep. Frederick came together with Schneider. Puck sent back around to that far side. Frederick and Schneider again. Poke toward the boards and out toward the blue line. Wotherspoon will wind it back around. Wallstrom has it on his stick and backhands toward the corner for Frederick. Frederick brings up toward the top of the face-off circle. Deals over to the far side. Carlo down the right circle with a shot. Tipped on goal. Quick diving back to the goal line as that puck got through him. Didn't get it covered. It's still loose. Referee waving his arm saying it didn't go in. And now Brazo with a shot that ricochets all the way out of the zone.
Well, that was right on the goal line. Wallstrom actually had his hands up. He thought that puck was in.
Frederick drop pass here for Koepke down the left wing side. In the near corner. Trocheck right back out there. Shoves Koepke away from the puck. Schneider will bring it into the neutral ice, but pass across the ice broken up. Vesey ends up with the puck, and he'll deal it deep. McAvoy plays it out toward the middle. Kastelik just had to make sure that puck got out of the zone. Nearly a giveaway up the gut. Trocheck gets it back in deep. Swayman hands off for Zadorov. Pass up the middle. Picked off of the blue line by Hedel. Turned over, though, to Beecher, and Koepke's got it. Skates toward the far side boards and plays it around Keandre Miller into the corner. Kastelik goes crashing in there against Borgen. And the Bruins are going to get a power play as Keandre Miller tried to clear that puck off the near glass and sailed it right into about the 10th row.
You talk about an unnecessary penalty. I know he's not trying to do this, obviously, but when it snowballs for you badly, it gets going in a hurry. You do things like that. I mean, he's got a little time and space. He's been under a little pressure there, but that puck got behind quick, and is that Schneider who saved a goal? Quick might have gotten it anyhow, but Schneider's reached in with the stick to keep that puck off, pull it right off the goal line. All right, we'll see what this. A lot of talk about the power play, but
as we said at the beginning, they go with what are typically their top five, maybe a few different positions here among the group. As a centering pass taken away by Fox, and puck cleared right away here by the Rangers. Bruins power play without a goal in their last 3 games. 2 opportunities in each. McAvoy got it into neutral ice. Zacha gets the pass from Lindholm. Pasternak with some speed to the blue line gets bumped off it, and we get a penalty.
Yeah, it's high stick, I think. He's flying right there. He beats that man. He's in, and instead it's going to be a high sticking call on Pasternak as he got that puck poked off his stick. He was trying to jump by them.
Minor penalty. High stick.
They used just 26 seconds of the power play time before Pasternak inadvertent high stick.
That was Lindgren stepping up on him. And yeah, he got this shaft of the stick trying to jump by him.
So it'll be 4-on-4 for a minute 34 here, barring any more penalties. As the Bruins figure out their 4-man configuration, Elias Lindholm and Charlie Coyle will join Andrew Peeke and Parker Wotherspoon. Down 2-0, 15:52 left here in the second period. Rangers win the faceoff. Lindgren sends over far side. One-timer by Fox, turned away by Swayman. Coyle in the far corner. Gets tangled up with the referee a bit. Zibanejad trying to hold off Peeke. Coyle's got it back on his stick. Going to play it back down in behind the net. Zibanejad blocked that, but now Coyle works his way forward. All the way to the New York blue line and across. Boyle finding himself some open space. Shot blocked and kicks out of the zone.
He had Marchand down by the net. No Ranger took him off the puck.
Wotherspoon back in his own zone. Drops it back here for Lori coming through neutral ice. Cutting toward the right wing side off the far wall.
Interesting. They had the defensive zone face-off. They had Peak and Wotherspoon out there for the D zone face-off. And you would think Lori would be out there 4-on-4, right? Well, once they got out of the zone, they made the change and Lori came out.
McAvoy feeds Zaka coming into the zone. A centering pass for McAvoy on the give and go, but sailed off into the corner. Cooley will drop it back to Lindgren. 30 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Rangers will have a short power play after that's done. Cooley pivots back deeper into his own end. Gives over here to Schneider. Back into the middle for Cooley. Tapped it along to Hedl. Hedl coming forward to the Boston line. Off to the left side for Cooley. Wide angle shot off of the shoulder of Swayman.
Not a bad idea there from Cooley.
Wallstrom kills it near side. Yeah.
You don't think of him when you think of the Rangers, but he's a pretty good player for them.
Third-year player, already has set a career high in points as Cooley with 24. Leakey dumps it in. Power play had just started for the Rangers. Thought it might be icing, but they had just gotten their man back.
And Quick came out as well.
Throw check. Works his way back through the neutral ice. 8 seconds before Pasternak gets sprung. In the near corner. Barlow reversed it along the wall. Lafreniere got it to the back of the net. Moved up the far wing and now on to Fox near side. Back over to the far side. And a one-timer hit the post by Panarin. Fox throws it back to the net off of Swayman's glove.
Post or crossbar, one of the two.
Lafreniere got it off the far boards. Bruins at full strength come ahead as Elias Lindholm gains the attack zone. Off to the right side. Pasternak out of the corner. Puck comes popping free toward the slot. Miller will lift it out. And Wotherspoon chases back as Panarin chases him all the way behind the Bruins net. The teams at full strength with 13:20 to play here in the second. 2-0 Rangers lead it. Tipped on into the Bruins zone by Lafreniere. Swayman into the far corner. Wotherspoon, long outlet pass. Koepke had it knocked off his stick at center ice, but able to regain on the right wing side. Just inside the New York zone. Cleared back out. McAvoy will retreat. And backhands behind the net. Wotherspoon in the near corner. In front of the net now to McAvoy. Skates it up to the blue line. Pass ahead to Beecher. Tipped on into the right wing corner. Beecher gets in there against Miller. Around it comes to the near side. Lori along the wall. Able to keep it alive. Gave it to Brazo. In front, Kastelik with a backhand chance. Save made by Quick. Brazo with a shot. That one stopped. Quick diving out to his left. Robs Beecher as well. What a flurry there by Jonathan Quick to keep this a 2-0 lead for the Rangers, and the Ranger faithful on their feet in tribute. 12:32 to go here in the second. 2-goal New York lead on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
12:32 left, second period. Rangers have a 2-0 lead, and 38-year-old Jonathan Quick looking like 15 years ago.
He's been excellent so far here in this game. Had one puck slip through him earlier there in the second period, but was able to recover with some help. But that was 3 saves in a row, right? That initial shot got taken towards the net. Kaslik got a backhand on it. And Brazo with the second chance, and then Beecher with the third chance. He made saves on all 3 of them, recovering.
Faceoff will be to his left. Lindholm wins it. McAvoy's got it back at the blue line. Hands off to Marchand. Over to Zadorov near side.
Marchand and Pasternak out together here on this offensive zone faceoff.
Pasternak throws one toward the net. Goes off a tip up and wide. Zadorov out of the center of the blue line. Takes a long shot. That one got through. Stick save quick. Near side Marchand. Angles it behind the net. Went through Lindholm. McAvoy skates down to the circle to play it. Behind the net to Pasternak. Centering pass. Score! Elias Lindholm off the right circle beats Quick, and it's 2-1.
Well, the hunch pays off, right? You put Pasternak and you got Marchand out there together. You load up, and you've got Lindholm, probably your best face-off guy. Puck possession, get McAvoy involved offensively. Good patience by Zadorov out at the point, out by the blue line. And eventually, the Bruins are going to track this puck down, and Pasternak makes a nice pass from the left wing side to the right of Quick over to Lindholm at the base of the right wing circle, and Quick's got to go all the way over to his left. And he's funny to watch sometimes. Quick, he's not a goaltender that you would kind of pattern yourself after, because he's sometimes a little over the place. Effective, obviously, and battles, but he ended up so far out by the time that puck was behind him. But that's a nice shift right there by the Bruins, right off the faceoff, coming off the commercial timeout.
7th of the year for Lindholm. He's got goals in 4 of the last 8 games. Puck wraps around the far side of the Bruins zone. Brazo hits the deck as he tries to clear it. Puck comes free on the far circle, and the shot by Lafreniere off the arm of Swayman. Near side boards. Wahlstrom held up by Schneider. Frederick brings through neutral ice. Makes a pass ahead for Brazo just inside the New York line. Wahlstrom trying to tap it to himself. Instead taken the other way by Panarin. Headed toward the Boston line. It'll come across the ice. Lafreniere to the right circle shot, and Swayman holds on to that one.
Yeah, don't forget that puck. We talked about it in first period that Wahlstrom put off the post, a crossbar. The Rangers had one of those earlier here in this period from Zibanejad, right, on the one-timer. Right at the tail end of the power play. Well, Pasternak and McAvoy assisting on that goal.
It's point number 38 on the year for Pasta.
He's had a few of those passes back to him. He's hit Zacha there a couple times on the in overtime.
Yeah. You think about, how good a goal scorer he is, and he's terrific at it. The passing part of his game has really developed over the years. He's become a...
No, he's creative,
yeah.
Especially like on the power play. Not so much this year, but on the power play, finding that high tip, or the fake shot, the threat of the one-timer. But for all that, right now, he wants to get on the board offensively, scoring-wise, and it hasn't happened for him, not very much, goal-scoring-wise.
And so much of that, which we talk about is the power play, right? I mean, the inability of that unit to find a click. Well, he's such a huge part of that.
Him and Brazo are tied for the team lead in power play goals right now.
So the centering pass comes all the way back to the blue line, and that tie is at 4.
And Brazo seeing limited time in the second unit.
Zacha gets it out of the zone here. Coyle gives back to Zacha on the right wing side. Pulls up, try to get it back to the point, and it was picked off and cleared. Peak now. Chased back toward his own blue line by Cooley. Was able to get it back out of the zone. But the Rangers have possession. 10:38 to go here in the second period. They have a 1-goal lead. Heedle shot blocked by Lori. Goes up into the air over the net.
Keep chipping away at this thing. Play the game the right way. Keep chipping away. Get your chances.
Here's Heedle from the right circle with a shot. Save made, and another one as well as Cooley right between the circles. Fox at the right point here for the Rangers. Into the middle and onto the far side. Sent right in front. and came all the way through. Fox will spin it back in behind the net. Lindgren gave back to Fox. He sends it toward the high slot. Defensive play made by Kastelik to take that away from Cooley. And Kastelik sends it up the left wing boards, and then Fox angles him away from the chase. Fox's pass out into the neutral ice, right over to McAvoy. Here's Pasternak stepping in right circle. A shot, save made by Quick, and McAvoy just missed the rebound.
McAvoy activated, right? He makes that steal right in the neutral zone. He chips it over to Pasternak over on the right side, and then he just attacks the net, and that puck hops over his stick on the rebound opportunity.
From their own zone again, the Bruins moving right to left. McAvoy's pass into the skates of Pasternak. Thrown back toward the Boston zone. Here's Trocheck moving toward the top of the circle. Takes the shot. Swayman has it and hangs on to it. We've got 9:25 to go here in the second period. And the Bruins have cut the lead in half. It's 2-1 Rangers on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Fatigue, hot flashes. I couldn't lose weight. While everyone is unique and will have varied results, here are extraordinary experiences from independent body affiliates and actual Belvital users.
The combination of the fitness, the food, the breathing exercises, the supplements, it's just the magic that I was missing.
I love the combination of the Pilates with lifting.
This program has taught me what my body truly needs. It's helping me sleep so much better.
I have transformed my body from the inside out.
Get hormone health for women at belvital.com.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Elias Lindholm's goal, assisted by David Pasternak and Charlie McAvoy, is our delivery of the game, delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Rangers up 2-1 now, 9:25 to go here in the second period, as the Bruins will get the clear right off the faceoff in their own zone. Puck comes across the ice. Kastelik runs Schneider to the boards. Lafreniere just outside the Boston zone will drop it back, and now dumped in by Vakanainen. All the way around the near boards, Parker Wotherspoon pushed it along to Kastelik. Beecher will bring it up ice. All the way to the right wing side. Pivots there, throws one toward the net. It bounced off of Carlo and kicked off the end wall. Koepke along the far side corner.
Yeah, they got Koepke playing on this line now with Kastelik and Beecher. They went to that earlier this period.
Comes up the far boards and out toward the blue line. Beecher able to keep it for the moment, and now the Rangers will turn it up ice. Pass comes to the right side for Panarin. Deep it goes behind Swayman. Carlo wraps it back near side. Wotherspoon pushed it for Frederick. Frederick carrying up ice just ahead of Trocheck. Comes down the left wing circle. Shot blocked by Borgen. Wahlstrom involved along the play near side. And it'll be lifted up and out of the zone toward the Boston line. Trocheck able to kick it over to the far side. Panarin. He threw one toward the slot. Lohrei will turn it back out, and Brazo will help it into the Rangers' end. We have 8 minutes to go here in the second. Ryder. Pass out into the neutral ice. Peak able to hold up Riley Smith. Lohrei couldn't hit Peak with a pass, and now here come the Rangers with Zibanejad sending one toward the slot, didn't connect. And Pasternak and Brazo come ahead here for the Bruins. Brazo will peel off and go for a change. Pasternak deep into the far corner, trying to keep that puck alive as the line mates were coming on to join him. Sent back into the Boston zone. McAvoy trying to hold off Zibanejad. Pasternak off of Lindholm. Zadorov's got it. Moves it through the red line and now in across the blue to the high slot. Shot tipped wide of the net. Sent back out in front by Lindholm.
Zadorov can skate. I mean, he can move for a big man. He can move.
He's got those
He's
long
a powerful stride.
We're going to whistle in an offside here at the Boston blue line.
Well, the Bruins might have had numbers going the other way. When he gets his feet moving, it's a powerful stride where he's almost gliding by guys because he's got that stride. I mean, look, he's got his warts. He makes mistakes, just like anybody else, but he's a good skater. Between the Pipes, sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trade, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes for the Rangers here today, Jonathan Quick, and for the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman.
Swayman has faced 15 shots so far, 16 for the Bruins down on Quick.
Both of them have been sharp. Quick made a couple big saves before the Bruins before Lindholm's goal, and then right after it went 2-1, the Rangers had a flurry against Swayman, and he made a couple of good saves.
Puck jumps out of play here into the Bruins bench. Swayman comes in 4-1-1 over his last 6 with a 1.65 goals against and a .919 save percentage.
You know, you look at Bedard's goal, right? 2-on-1. He's not a huge goal scorer. Perfect shot.
Yep, right under the bar.
Perfect shot. As a goal, he's like, oh, sometimes the shot's just going to be it. I mean, it's that good. And that was short side, high, just under the bar. But it's a 2-on-1 given up by the Bruins.
That's dumped in here by Lori around the far boards. It'll come back out of the zone. Kastelik lunging at it, able to get it to Koepke. And Beecher will chase it deep against Schneider. Around to the far side. Makanainen handed it ahead for Hedl. Back out to the red line. Dumped in by Peak as he takes a hit. But gets it back around behind Quick. Quick standing in the trapezoid. Will steer it off the far boards, and it's fired from there by Lindholm and wide of the net. Comes back in all the way down to the Bruins zone. Lori will start it up ice. From the red line. Dumps it in. Schneider and Miller back in. He's delayed offside. Bruins had to tag up. Miller skating back through the neutral zone. Deep it comes, and Zadorov right there for the Bruins. Steps behind his net. And here we got sandwiched off it, and now does. Panarin couldn't find the handle as he moved toward the slot. He fell down. And instead, they going the other way as Pasternak pulls up just inside the New York line. Crossing pass here for Frederick down the left wing circle. Frederick goes around behind the net. He had Marchand in front. Gave it to Pasternak. High slot for a one-timer. McAvoy robbed by Quick with a right pad. Wide open look from the left circle for McAvoy. And now a bad pass out of the zone.
That went from possible disaster for the Bruins to a great scoring chance at the other end.
Frederick kicked it on into the New York end, but cleared right back out by Lindgren.
Well, we just complimented Zadorov, but sometimes he tries to do a little too much, and that was one of those examples right there. But it ended up being a great chance for McAvoy in the left wing circle, and Quick has been excellent in this game. Sprawling to his right.
Brazo diving for a loose puck that was headed toward the New York net. Quick got a stick on it first. Zibanejad will bring the Rangers ahead. Shoots around behind the net. Carlo in the far corner. Able to keep it free. Coyle volleys it over the head of Lindgren. And Fox will retreat to get it for New York. 4.5 minutes to go in the second. 2-1. Rangers have the lead. Into the near corner. Swayman watches as Wotherspoon goes to get it. Stomps behind his net, takes it out toward the far side circle, deals a pass up the middle, in the neutral ice to Zacha, hands off to Geekie on the left side. Geekie pulls up along the hash marks, throws it in front with Zacha providing the screen. Quick made the save and then drops the glove on top of it for the whistle. 4:05 to go here in the second period. It's the Rangers 2 and the Bruins 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky. co-founder of the Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
4:05 left in the second. Rangers have a 2-1 lead thanks to Jonathan Quick. The New Englander playing in New York takes one away from the New Yorker who plays in New England, Charlie McAvoy.
Yeah, Pastrnak had the initial chance, and it was blocked in the slot. And Marchand got this puck over to McAvoy in the left wing circle. Quick is moving from right to left, has to get back to his right. And McAvoy got a lot on that. Didn't put it exactly where he wanted to, because he could have gone under the bar, but a little bit of a rolling puck. But still got some good steam on it, and Quick just in position to make that save.
Pastrnak dumped one in from the red line on Quick, and then he was forced to cover it as both Lindholm and Marchand came flying in toward the slot.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Lindholm, Marchand, and Pastrnak out there for Joe Sacco. Rangers control the faceoff in their zone. Puck is cleared up the near boards, and up ice they come, trying to get around Lohrei, and getting to the front of the net was Edstrom. Swayman forced to make that stop. Rangers able to keep alive from the far circle. A one-timer goes wide, near side, thrown toward the net again by Borgen. And caught the outside of the post. VC got it out in front, but taken away there by Marchand and pushed up ice for Elias Lindholm. From the red line and across the blue. Pass intended for Pastrnak, picked off by Carrick. Rangers come right back. It's VC dropping one off for Cooley down the right wing circle against Lohrei. Into the corner they go. Cooley pulls it back toward the hash marks, hands it back off to Miller from the blue line. Shot blocked by Lindholm, came back to Miller, and the second one got through. Swayman knocked that down and covers it up.
It starts with Edstrom on the rush, though. Coming in, power, move to the front of the net from the right wing side. Gets Lohrei on his back. That starts the first one, and then the Rangers pushing. Keandre Miller jumping up and getting an opportunity there as well. So both goaltenders been tested to keep this game where it is right now and have responded well.
I can't say there's been a shortage of chances here at either end in the second period. Rangers up by 1, 3:06 to go. Face-off win by Coyle in the defensive zone. McAvoy sends it around the near side. Zadorov will start it up ice. Coyle, Geekie, and Zaka as the line
he just
here.
Glides by guys in the neutral zone, but then he lost the puck. But he's a powerful skater.
Puck along the end wall. Zaka and Coyle in there deep. Zaka will get it out of the far corner. Takes a bump from Lindgren. Battling it loose here for Geekie. Hands off back to McAvoy along the blue line. He takes a shot. Blocker saved by Quick. And the rebound grabbed by Heedle onto the near side for Berard and played up ice. Zadorov to McAvoy. McAvoy's pass out of the zone, picked off by Berard. McAvoy able to knock it off his stick, though. Comes around behind Swayman. He comes out to play it, steers it around past Zadorov and thrown to the net by Trocheck. Ricocheted on goal onto Swayman, who made a good stop there.
Yeah, Swayman, I don't think he was going to Zadorov there, but there's nobody up on the left wing. So Zadorov's letting it go around the boards, and which was probably the right play. It was a little bit too hard, so it's not for him. It's not on his tape. It's in his feet. So, but Frederick wasn't over there, and that pass centered because the Bruins are going to split up, right? You got McAvoy going to one side in the corner. You got Zadorov in the other corner. He's looking for Swayman to dish that puck to one of them.
Lafreniere ended up tipping that on goal.
Yeah, there's nobody in front on the coverage then for the Bruins.
On the far circle, Lafreniere with the puck. Forced off it. Brazo and Frederick. Frederick gets it out of the zone. It'll come back in deep. And Carlo on the end boards to play. Minute 50 to go in the period. Right up the far boards. Brazo handcuffed by that a bit. Here's
handcuffed. Just high.
Not exactly a tape-to-tape pass. Frederick will play it along the left wing side here. Wotherspoon punching down the near boards, but around to the far side it goes. Brazo peels it off the wall. Got it across ice. Wallstrom trying to do something with it. Comes back toward the blue line. Wotherspoon. He throws it in front. Brazo got a tip. Quick made the stop. Out of the corner, Brazo on to Frederick. Brings it toward the hash marks near side. Minute 15 to go in the period. As Brazo with a hit on Schneider. Crowd looking for a penalty. Won't get it. Lorai.
More of a push than anything.
Gets it back deep. Brazo and Schneider continue to battle. As the puck squirts away, it'll be sent across ice and all the way out into the neutral zone. Lorai will give it over to Peak. Up the ice for Marchand. Just onside as they come across the line. Got it toward Lindholm, but into the skates.
A little bit behind him. He was looking for the one-timer.
Trocheck plays back in towards Swayman with 43 seconds to go. Lorai deals it up for Pasternak. Fires across ice. Marchand had some space down that right wing side. Didn't connect, but he goes and gets the puck behind the net. On to Zadorov near side. Into the corner. Lindholm, Pasternak both converge on it. Free to Keandre Miller. 22 seconds left as the Rangers start forward. Riley Smith can't get that pass, and that'll be an icing against New York with 18 to go in the period.
Haven't had many icings today. Had one 10 seconds into the game.
Right.
And, I think that was more of a push from Brazo. He's locked in with Schneider.
Brazo thought he was going to take a penalty. It looks like he kind of put his arms.
He was pleading not guilty right away.
Didn't get charged.
That was my point. I thought it was more of a. I didn't think there was a lot to that, but I don't know. I might feel the other way if it was a Bruins defenseman, but I don't think so.
Kind of pushed him with a forearm rather than with the cross check, right?
Yeah, but if it's on the numbers, it's going to elicit a response, which
cleared down into the Bruins zone. McAvoy will just hang on to it and let the clock run out on the second period. An eventful second period at that. The Bruins end up with the only goal of the period from Elias Lindholm at 7:57. And so the Rangers lead is 2-1 as we head toward the third. We'll be back with our second intermission from Madison Square Garden coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
I couldn't lose weight.
Fatigue, gas, bloating, hot flashes.
These women got life-changing symptom relief from Belvital, the comprehensive hormone health solution from Body. While everyone is unique and will have varied results, here are extraordinary experiences from independent Body affiliates and actual Belvital users.
The combination of the fitness, the food, the breathing exercises, the supplements, it's just the magic that I was missing.
My workouts have never been better. I love the combination of the Pilates with lifting.
My body literally feels like
it got younger. This nutrition program has taught me what my body truly needs.
I'm less bloated. I have less inflammation. Now I'm equipped with how to manage the stress.
It's helping me sleep so much better.
Within a week or two of taking these supplements, I physically felt a difference.
I have transformed my body from the inside out.
Belvital is a first-of-its-kind complete program that is helping thousands of women feel good. Learn more at belvital.com.
Now Taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is Taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with an adjustable base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
McAvoy skates down to the circle to play it. Behind the net to Pasternak. Centering pass. Score! Elias Lindholm off the right circle. Beats Quick, and it's 2-1. That is our score after 2 periods of play here in New York. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Rangers lead by a goal. Am I wrong in saying that the 2 goaltenders are the top 2 stars of this game right now?
They are the story right now. There's no question. I mean, it's going to take a perfect shot to beat them. That was Bedard's goal in the second period, or it's going to take a good bounce flurry-wise, in front of the net. And the Bruins, the goal by Lindholm was a good passing play by Pasternak, and they loaded up offensively there for the offensive zone faceoff after that commercial timeout. But it's both goaltenders have been excellent so far today. And I mean, Quick, Swayman has made some good saves, some really good saves. Quick has made a couple of acrobatic saves, and sometimes that's the way he plays, so it might look a little bit more like a phenomenal save, but that save he made on McAvoy was a good one, a really good one. He had to move. He's moving from right to left, and now he's got to go back to his right again and spread out for that save. Like I said, there was some room up top. If McAvoy could have gotten that puck up a little bit higher, he had a better chance, but still not to quit on it and to be the ability to get over there and make that save. That's pretty, that's pretty special when you got guys that can do that. He really resurrected his career, did he not, here last year?
Yeah.
Jonathan Quick, a lot of people thought he was done, and he signed a shorter term deal here, and then he parlayed it into a 2-year deal starting this season. And they're going to need him right now. I don't know how long, depending on how long Shesterkin is going to be out, they're going to ride Jonathan Quick pretty hard here. And and then he had the 3 save sequence on each forward, right?
All 3 forwards.
You had Kaslik on the backhand from in front. You had Brazo on that rebound, and then you had Beecher on the second rebound. So a couple of really good looks there for the Bruins, and they weren't able to put it home. But don't discount what Swayman did in that second period as well, keeping this game close, keeping it a 1-goal game. And we talked about it. I was saying just chip away. The Bruins starting to get some good looks, some good opportunities. And then all of a sudden, the Rangers had a big flurry down to the other end and could have easily made this a 2-goal game again and extended it to 3-1. But Jeremy Swayman was there when he needed to be, and he got some help from the post. So both goaltenders have gotten help from the post or the crossbar, but they've also made some excellent saves.
You mentioned that shot from McAvoy on that one particular play. He's been involved in a couple of those chances in front there. And obviously, he comes home, here to New York. It's always a big game for him when he comes to Madison Square Garden. But he's been active on the offensive end so far in this one.
Well, yeah, the other time it didn't result in a shot, but, the fact that he picks off a pass in the neutral zone, he moves that puck over to Pasternak, and then he drives the net. And Pasternak gets a good shot away from the right side, and that puck just hops over his stick on the rebound opportunity. But even the goal that the Bruins scored, he was involved offensively on that face-off win and puck control by the Bruins. And that's why he's out there in those offensive zone faceoffs. So, look, he can be impactful. It's funny how, certain arenas, I don't know, there's a little bit more jump for whatever reason. You just kind of feel it, and whether it's being back home in New York or whatever, that's probably part of it. But there's some arenas you just have that extra jump, and or some nights you just feel it, and they'll need him here in the third period. It's going to take a special play, most likely, to beat quick. So the Bruins have to play this thing smart. It's going to be a conversation. Like, make sure that we're taking care of our own zone, but having that sense of urgency in the offensive end, and keep playing the game the right way. And we're going to get our opportunities against this Rangers team who has lost 4 in a row and just been in a free fall here over the past month or so.
What'd you make of the line juggling in that second period from Joe Sacco?
Looking for something. I think that they thought, you see somebody like Wallstrom, who had some good jump early on. He had that good opportunity. He hit the post in the first period, and you hope that can spark something. And then they put him back with Brazo and Frederick. They've had some good puck possession in the offensive zone. We'll see what they do here in the third, whether they go back to something that they started with or shorten the bench, or however they deem it best to go with here in this third period. But I'd have a short bench on the defensive side of things. Identify the guys that are going, especially the offensive guys that are going, and if it's McAvoy, get him out there quite a bit.
Yeah, they put Pasternak up with Marchand and Lindholm in that for a good chunk of that period.
Yeah, well, it starts with the offensive zone face-off, right? And it results in a goal, so we kind of stick with it, so and see how it goes. Unfortunately, the Bruins had one power play in that period, and it went away quickly with Lindgren stepping up on Pasternak, and he got a stick up there on Lindgren's face, so it ended up being a 4-on-4. So it's really been a friendly kind of game. There hasn't been a lot of hits. It hasn't been a lot of, animosity really for either team. Nothing after the whistles. It's just been a kind of a cleanly played game. But now the Bruins, if that's the way you're going to play it, then you got to get the job done here in that way.
So it's Vanajad and Berard in the first period for the Rangers. Elias Lindholm in the second period for the Bruins. Rangers have a 2-1 lead. Our music of the game is brought to you by Live Nation. Summer favorites Yacht Rock Review return to Leaderbank Pavilion for 2 shows. Catch them on Friday, August 8th and Saturday, August 9th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We will get a check of the Sports Hub headlines with Matt McCarthy next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
It's a new year and the excitement is everywhere, from the football playoffs to basketball season heating up. But what if the next big win is yours with unclaimed cash at findmassmoney.gov? Here in Massachusetts, 1 in 10 people have unclaimed property from things like uncashed paychecks, refunds from overpaid bills, or forgotten savings accounts. Findmassmoney.gov is free, easy to use, and it only takes 30 seconds to search your name. So start your new year with a win. Visit findmassmoney.gov today and see if you have money waiting to be claimed. That's findmassmoney.gov.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS.
carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
Second intermission at Madison Square Garden. Bruins trail the Rangers 2-1 tonight. Elias Lindholm scoring in that second for Boston. Mika Zibanejad and Brett Berard have found the back of the net for New York. Goalie's really the story of this one so far. 20 saves for Jonathan Quick, 17 for Jeremy Swayman. Celtics lead the Timberwolves by 10, 70-60 in the third, 7:53 to play. You can listen to that game in Boston on 105.7 WROR. Derek White leading the way with 13 points, 12 points for Jason Tatum, and also for Sam Hauser, who gets the start tonight. Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis out of this one for Boston. Patriots getting ready for the Bills on Sunday. Alex Van Pelt said today that Drake May will start that game despite his hand injury. May once again limited today at practice. Special teamer Brandon Schooler named to the Pro Bowl roster today. Christian Gonzalez was not named. Ravens lead the league with 9 Pro Bowl selections. Notre Dame punching their ticket to the college football playoff semifinal. They beat Georgia 23-10 in the Sugar Bowl, and tonight in the Gator Bowl, Ole Miss out to a 14-0 lead on Duke. The new year is here, and so is the 2025 Pucks and Pups calendar, presented by the Black Dog. Add some smiles to each month of 2025 as your favorite Bruins players pose with their four-legged friends. Proceeds support the Boston Bruins Foundation as well as MSPCA Angel and their needs to promote animal welfare. Shop in store at the Pro Shop, powered by 47, or visit bostonproshop.com to purchase yours. RJ and Bob at the call of the third period next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of the Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Hey, DQ fans, get 2 single cheeseburgers for $5 or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7 with the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers Deal. Only for limited time at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Now, I've been talking about how Massachusetts is the global leader in the life sciences. And people ask me, Felger, what does that mean? Well, let me break it down. Massachusetts is home to over 1,000 life sciences companies across the state, making it the global epicenter of the life sciences industry. We are ranked #1 in education and healthcare. Along with over 40,000 new jobs projected by 2032, Massachusetts is the perfect place to start an exciting career in the life sciences, where you can make a difference. To learn how to get your start in the life sciences, visit masslifesciences.com.
Did you or a loved one serve in the military during the Vietnam era, the Gulf War, Iraq, Afghanistan, or any other combat zone after 9/11? Then you are eligible to directly enroll in VA healthcare. Additionally, veterans who never deployed but were exposed to toxins or hazards while training or on active duty in the United States are also eligible to enroll. Do it today. Call 1-800-MY-VA-411. That's 1-800-MY-VA-411.
The Lone Star State is growing and is now the hungriest state in the nation. To ensure every neighbor can thrive, join the North Texas Food Bank in the fight against hunger. Right now, 1 in 7 people in our community don't know where their next meal is coming from. But with your help, we can make sure every person has access to the healthy food they need. Together, we can nourish our neighbors and empower healthy futures. Learn more at ntfb.org.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cane by bringing Raising Cane's hand-battered cook-to-order chicken fingers to your holiday celebration. Spread joy and good cheer with crispy crinkle-cut fries, garlicky buttered Texas toast, and our signature Cane sauce. Make things even merrier with our festive beanies, socks, mugs, and more for everyone on your nice list. And for a little extra holiday spirit, drop a Cane's gift card in their stockings. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, the home of the Celtics, Bruins, Rams, and Patriots. Boston's home for sports is 95, the Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station.
This is a black and gold flashback.
Now back into the zone, stumble to Guerin, wrist shot, score! They're down 2-0 early here, and Guerin's wrist shot scores. Billy Guerin from the left wing circle has made it 3-0. Stumble to Guerin. Guerin empty netter for the hat trick, and he's got it. A hat trick for Bill Guerin, and it's 5-3 Bruins with 42.1 left.
Tonight's black and gold flashback taking us back to this date in 2002. Bill Guerin with a hat trick. Bruins beat the Carolina Hurricanes 6-3. Glenn Murray, Brian Rolston, and Joe Thornton all scoring in that game as well. Bruins trailing 2-1 here on the road to the New York Rangers, who are trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. Rangers are 14-1 this season when leading after 2 periods. Bruins have come from behind in the 3rd period to win 3 times, with 14 regulation losses when trailing after 2. They'll be going from left to right as we get the 3rd period underway. First of 3 meetings on the year between these 2 teams. The other 2 will both come in the first week of February. Rangers will be at TD Garden on the 1st, and then we're back here at MSG on the 5th of February to wrap up the regular season series.
Saw Nesson just doing a little tribute to Sam Rosen, who's their play-by-play, Rangers play-by-play TV man, calling it a career after this season. Had the pleasure and opportunity to work with Sam for a little bit on, well, it used to be NHL radio. I don't know what it's called now, but it was doing some national games, and just an outstanding person. Great at his job, obviously, but even a better person. It was a lot of fun to work with.
Yeah, I thought it was great the other day. When they were down in Tampa Bay, John Cooper took time out of his press conference to honor Sam, gave him a nice bottle of wine.
He's so well respected around the league.
He'll be brought out of the Bruins zone here by Pasternak. He'll work his way into the New York zone, gets around one man, but can't keep that puck with him.
He isolated the forward that was back at the blue line. That was smart.
Pasta centering. Looking for Marchand. Now McAvoy with a shot. Tipped by Kreider. Goes up and over quick and out of play.
If you got 3 guys stacking the blue line, and Riley Smith was one of them, you're going to attack Smith.
The Bruins will get an attack zone face-off here in the first minute of this 3rd period. And they'll stick with the lines that they played in that 2nd period. Coyle, Geekie, and Zacha up front here. Coyle taking face-offs, which we haven't seen too much of recently.
Geekie's 0-6 today.
Right.
So he didn't take many in the 2nd period. And Coyle breaks his stick there on a face-off loss.
We'll head back and get a new one from the bench as Hedl brings into the Bruins zone. Gets run to the boards by Zadorov. McAvoy reversed it around the far side. Zacha backhands one over the outstretched glove of Coyle coming out of the zone. Lindgren dumps it back in. Zadorov brings it out from behind Swayman.
Had to wait for that puck to get to him. It slowed down.
On the fresh ice, too. There's Berard, kicked away from him. Hedl got it in a wide-angle backhand. Save made by Swayman. Zacha brings back through neutral ice. Gives into the middle to Geekie. Off to the right side. Coyle moving to the high slot with a long backhand. That's blocked by Fox in front. We'll steer it up.
Right idea.
Cooley, and Cooley's pass across ice for Hedl redirects sharply into the Bruins bench, sends everybody scattering.
A little backhand there from Hedl. Stopped in front. Berard had to look at the rebound, but his stick was tied up by Geekie. And then the Bruins got the rush going the other way.
Face off in the neutral zone here for Frederick with Brazo and Wahlstrom. Wahlstrom started tonight on the 4th line. As the puck comes around behind the net. Carlo to the near side. Angles out of the zone. That's going to go for an icing, though. Back down into the Boston zone for this faceoff. Minute 36 gone by in the third. And the Rangers come in here having won just 4 of their last 19 games. Team that was 12-4-1 to start the season has gone 4-15 since and came in last place in the Metro Division. As Brazo reaching around Vakanainen, tapping one toward the Ranger net. But Quick steered it away from there. Now Wahlstrom gives to Brazo. Left circle shot. Save made Quick, and the rebound.
He's
kept
dropped
away from
Brazo
Frederick.
twice, at least twice today.
Back into the far corner. Frederick gives it along for Wahlstrom at the face-off dot. Tipped up into the air. Brazo gloved it down and came to Frederick, and that's going to be a hand pass. The play whistled down here after this line creates a couple of chances. But Jonathan Quick continues to come up big when they need him.
Boy, Frederick had his stick tied up trying to get to that rebound. The referees have let them play today. There hasn't been a lot that you would complain about for either side, I don't think. But that's a scoring chance. He's trying to get to that puck. Had his stick tied up. That's a nice little passing play. Brazo had the initial chance.
Yeah, Rangers fans would tell you the only questionable non-call was the Brazo check on Schneider. And other than that, really, it's not been an overly physical game.
No. Oh, the Rangers had 8 hits through 2 periods. That's on the official sheet.
At home. Vesey in the neutral ice. Brings to Carrick. Carrick down the right wing side. Fakes a shot. Tries to get around Lohrei, who stayed with him as that puck pushed to the outside of the net. Koepke gets the pass from Pete and fires it around behind the Ranger net all the way to the far side. Lohrei played it back into the corner, but taken away by Schneider and sent right back out. Lohrei to Koepke. Gets it deep again. Quick plays this one around the near side. And Vesey will start it out of the zone. To Zibanejad coming down the middle. Shot off into the near corner. McAvoy headmans it along for Pasternak, coming into the Ranger zone. Goes around Keandre Miller, reaching out for that puck. Just slipped away from him.
Had a couple of those today where it looks like he's beaten, and then he's got that nice lanky reach.
Marchand sending one across. Pasternak a drive, and Quick got to his right to make that save. Now Marchand at the blue line. Gives on to Lindholm. Sent one across, looking for Pasternak at that left circle. Broken up by Zibanejad. Top of the slot. Turnaround shot by Lindholm gets blocked. McAvoy's got it on his stick. Back to Lindholm at the blue line. Floats it off to the left side. McAvoy lays it down the wall to Marchand. One touched it back to Zadorov. Hands to McAvoy. Sends it toward that far circle, looking for Pasternak, but missed him. In the corner. Borgen. Zibanejad. They get it up the boards, but not out. Zadorov sends it off for Pasternak. A long shot straight on, and Quick able to hang on to that one and draw a whistle.
Well, that's a good shift, offensive zone. Trying to get the Rangers scrambling a little bit. Most of it on the outside. They had a couple looks. Pasternak had his shot from the left wing side. Marchand having words with Keandre Miller. Miller's just kind of ignoring him, going to the bench. But one of them got knocked down in front, one of the Rangers. I think Lindholm knocked somebody down in front of the net. And that drew a little bit of a reaction as Quick was able to make that save. He got a good look at the shot from Pasternak in the middle. A lot of activity from McAvoy at the point with that group. You know, you go back, remember, like Detroit, they would play the same, they would play the Russian five, right? They have the, they always played with, you had the defense pair that would play with that line all the time because you create that offense. If you're going to maximize McAvoy offensively, play him with an offensive line.
Right. And they lose it out of the zone here. Pulled back in across the blue line offside by Lohrei. We got 16:09 to go here in regulation. Bruins down 2-1. Face this one off just outside the Ranger zone. Off the drop. Toward the Ranger bench. It'll be controlled by New York. Pass comes across ice and tipped into the Bruins zone by Edstrom, but Boston controls. Coyle through center ice. And they're going to be whistled offside here again as that one got fouled up coming to the blue line.
Fans, check out the upcoming Hardest Working Player of the Week content on 985thesportshub.com Bruins page, brought to you by the Peterson School. The Peterson School is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, Haverhill, and Turner Falls. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more.
To welcome all of our listeners out in Turner Falls. Face-off will be just outside the Ranger line. We learned where that was the other day. You read that for the first time.
I had a couple people talk to me after that game, talking about the Springfield Indian.
Your hat trick in Springfield?
Well, not so much the hat trick, but just the days playing in that old barn.
Off the near boards of the Bruins zone. My 9 years in the American League, I think I probably called about 60 or 70 games in that building.
Oh, yeah.
I used to visit there on a very regular basis. Frederick comes through neutral ice, off the right side. Lori catches up with one on the right wing circle. Goes around behind the net, trying to keep it moving. Frederick does, taps it toward the corner. Now it'll come behind the net. Wallstrom slid against the boards by Fox. Wallstrom battles his way free into the far corner. Pass off of Brazo, came to Carlo, center of the blue line. Handed over to his left for Lori, whose shot redirected in on quick. Now Brazo off the end boards against Hedel. To the far circle, sends one in front out of Wallstrom's reach. Frederick got it back to Carlo with the blue line, and deep it comes again.
Have an answer for this line right now. I mean, the puck protection down low. Bruins have had a couple good shifts in this offensive end. They just haven't been able to parlay it into a goal here. Quick has been good, but they've also kept things to the outside for the most part.
Marchand will start out of the Bruins zone with a puck along the near side. He flips one ahead, goes all the way in on goal.
Pasternak was trying to get behind Borgen.
Pasternak catches up with a puck along the far side, brings it along the blue line toward the near point man Carlo. Down deep for Lindholm, but reversed back around near side by Miller. Pass up the middle. Wotherspoon kicked it, but lost it. Now a 2-on-1 for the Rangers. Down the right wing side as the save made off of Trocheck by Swayman.
That's the save you want right there. Wotherspoon did the right thing at that offensive blue line, but had a bad bounce.
Pasternak floating one toward the front of the Ranger net, and Marchand was peeled away from it. Pasternak knocked down going into the far corner by Borgen. Get back up, still able to play the puck. Miller got it toward the near side, and Panarin on the hash marks. They'll send it over to Borgen at the far circle. 6:10 gone here in the third period. 2-1 Rangers have the lead. They've led it since right around the midway point of the first period. Got out to a 2-0 lead before Lindholm cut into that in the second. Kreider finds a streaking Zibanejad coming up the right side, but as he went to take the shot, knocked away and comes back out into the neutral ice. Bounces off of McAvoy's leg. Schneider trying to clear it out of the zone, ran into Kastelik. Here's Beecher moving toward the slot, backhanded in the direction of Kastelik, but cut off.
Kastelik physical along the wall, and then he beats his man. He's getting to the net. If Beecher can get that puck to him, right idea, but he creates the turnover with the physical. The check just inside the blue line.
McAvoy gets around Berard coming through neutral ice. Chips it down into the right wing corner, gets in after it as well. Schneider will play behind the Ranger net. There's a giveaway on the near circle. Peak skating onto it. His shot get blocked. Kicked onto Coyle, and then his shot off the end of his tape. Lori to Peak. Far side. His shot angled off to the near side for Geekie, and he fires from the near circle. Quick scrambles to get that covered along the near post. 12:40 to go here in the third period. Bruins getting some work done in the New York end, but still trail 2-1 here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of the Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Roofing? Mario's. Siding? Mario's. Windows? Mario's. Skylights? Just call Mario's.
Hi, this is Stephen Goulston, owner of Mario's Quality Roofing, Siding, Windows, and Skylights. Homeowners choose Mario's Roofing because we're fair, honest, and provide quality services. Call Mario's Roofing today for a free estimate, 781-344-2420. Visit us at mariosroofing.com. Mario's Roofing, we won't soak you to keep you warm and dry.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
12:40 to go here in the third period. Rangers have a 2-1 lead. David Pasternak, Charlie McAvoy assisted on Elias Lindholm's goal in the second with those feeds. Shaw's and Star Market Foundation has donated another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about Feeding the Puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Here's another example, right? Commercial timeout. Come back with the Lindholm line. Got McAvoy at the point. Bruins just had a good shift in the offensive zone. They also got a really good save by Swayman off of Trocheck's that 2-on-1.
Get whistled for an icing here after the puck got cleared, sent back in from
Marchand didn't want to play it. It would have come all the way down anyhow. If he'd played it, it would have been intentional.
We saw in Washington the other day, Bruins trailing into the third period. It took them till about maybe 9 minutes left in the third before they really got a concerted push. They've started much stronger here in the third period tonight.
Well, you don't want to. There's a line there, right? You're not taking dumb chances. Even the 2-on-1 they gave up, it wasn't because it was a dumb chance. It was trying to keep the puck in at the line, and it was a bouncing puck, and it hits, a skate and goes back the other way. But they've stayed within their game because you know you're going to get opportunities, and then the urgency has to be there as the period goes on, though, when you're still trailing.
Pasternak behind the Ranger net, trying to keep away from Keandre Miller. Marchand able to.
But like I said, they've let him play.
On the near side, Panarin, pressured by McAvoy, forced it back into the corner. Now Miller, they went away behind the net to Pasternak, with Borgen able to recover. And Lafreniere will send it out of the zone. Elias Lindholm coming back, battling with Panarin to get possession of that puck. Zadorov played up the middle, but didn't connect with Marchand. Lindgren got it back to the attacking blue line for the Rangers. Panarin along the near side boards. Lindgren floats it down the wall. Boyle got it behind the net for Zadorov, and he's got some space here with 11.5 to go in the period. 2-1 Rangers have the lead. Up the left side, Kreider stepped in front of Coyle as the pass came in his direction. Carlo now at center ice. Tipped in the direction of Coyle, knocked away, and Zibanejad skates back into his own zone. On the Lindgren near side, at the red line, Riley Smith, Iki and Carlo were there. Lindgren went down.
Running into one another. Lindgren going off hurt.
He's quick, covers the puck smartly as the puck got dumped in on him, and Lindgren gets over. He's hunched over the dasher as he gets over to the bench.
I don't even know if they're going to allow the Rangers to change, are they? I guess they are.
At the very least, they might allow Lindgren. No, they are going to let him change here.
He got run right over. I didn't see who it was. It's a right shot. It's Zibanejad.
Zibanejad? Yeah. An attack zone face-off for Frederick. And he wins it back toward Peak, who winds and fires, and it tips up and over quick. Beadle along the far boards. Lost it. Frederick's got it. Centering pass looking for Brazo. It bounces off of Quick instead.
Lions had some jump this period.
Frederick coming out of the right wing corner. Pivots back down low against Vakanainen. Going to the back of the net. Frederick puck on his backhand as he goes to the far circle. Beadle knocked away a pass, but it came right to Wahlstrom. Peak near side. Throws one through the slot all the way into the far corner. Beadle looking to clear and does. Trocheck coming through neutral ice. Able to fight off a Wallstrom stick check. Edel forced into the corner by Peak.
Peak defensively.
Lorai will work his way back through neutral ice here for the Bruins. Tips toward Frederick. He got it back to Lorai, pivoting back along the blue line. Backhands in Carlo. Carlo with a shot in and out of Quick's glove. And grabbed by Miller.
That's got to go to the other side of the net there, not the short side. All your bodies were on the far side.
Hey, you're looking for that rebound to get out in front, right?
I mean, he didn't have a lane to get it to that far side. The Quick can see it on the short side there.
Leaky inside the Bruins zone. It comes free. Riley Smith will hand it back toward Miller. Works his way toward the near boards. Sends down low to Smith. Zibanejad right along the near post with a chance, and Swayman holds his ground. Miller at the blue line keeps it alive. Plays it back in deep. Carlo tipped it. Smith did as well. Wotherspoon tried to shoot it up the wall. It was cut off. Zibanejad with a chance at a one-timer. That one blocked. And the Bruins will get it out. Carlo steering it up ice. Geeky putting pressure on Miller, and now Borgen as well. And the Rangers are going to get whistled for an icing here on an errant pass coming out of the zone.
Fans Hockey sees is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
2-1 Rangers, 9:16 to go here in the third period. Shots are 28-23 in favor of the Bruins. A 7-3 advantage for Boston here in the third period.
Yeah, really, the only chance that one in tight right there was a decent opportunity for the Rangers, but the other one was the Trocheck chance on the 2-on-1.
Right. Bruins, meanwhile, still trying to solve Jonathan Quick down the other end. He's had a terrific game. It's Pasternak trying to throw one to the net. Locked into the corner by Miller. Marchand chases it back out into the neutral.
Want to get a change.
Get some of it here as Marchand comes down the middle. Cuts to his left. Shoots just wide.
Catching the Rangers in that change right there.
McAvoy pulls it off the wall against Kreider, then gets tangled up with Pasternak as they were both headed toward the slot. Lost it out of the zone. Zadorov's pass missed Lindholm, and that's going to be an icing against Boston.
That was promising. McAvoy pulling that puck off the wall, broke through a couple of Rangers, but he got all tangled up that time with Pasternak trying to get to the net. Marchand with a good chance, try to go short side. I don't know if Quick got a piece of that or not, but catching the Rangers in a change, so you got the D that are way back, just kind of flat-footed. Might have gone off a Borgen.
Aaron gets it back to Fox here for the Rangers. Fox will play it down into the left wing corner. And along the near circle, Lindholm steers it ahead. Marchand at the attacking blue line has it. Pulls up top of the circle, moves to the high slot, takes a shot. Save made by Quick, long rebound. Lindholm goes around behind the net. Quick's out of position. But as he sent it back out in front, it's taken away Lafreniere. Up ice come the Rangers. Panarin gets it from Trocheck. His shot blocked by Carlo into the far corner of the Bruins zone. Carlo's without a stick. Puck comes in towards Swayman, and he will cover it up. We've got 8:11 to go here in the third period. Rangers 2 and the Bruins 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
When we started writing our thoughts down on paper, it opened up endless possibilities. Ideas could grow beyond the borders of the mind, and it changed the world. Somewhere along the way, we lost touch with paper, distracted by devices made for every purpose except for thinking and focus. On edge, waiting for the next notification. But what if new technology didn't pull us away from paper, but brought us closer to it? Listen. That's not paper. It's the sound of the new Remarkable Paper Pro, rewriting the future. A paper tablet with a true color ink display, gentle reading light, and unheard of tactility. With digital features for taking notes, thinking, and organizing, without any distractions. Paper is about to change the world again. Get your paper tablet at remarkable.com today.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 985thesportshub.com.
Get all the latest Bruins news, team updates, access to ticket offers and promotions, and more delivered straight to your inbox by signing up for the official newsletter of the Boston Bruins. Head to bostonbruins.com/newsletter and sign up today. Bruins trailing 2-1 here in New York. 8:11 to go in this third period. Defensive zone face-off coming up.
Beecher out to take the draw here. We haven't seen a lot of the fourth line this period, but
he's out there with Frederick and Brazo to start.
He's just out there to take the draw.
Yeah. Rangers controlled it on the near side. It is chopped past Cooley by Brazo. Beecher heads to the bench, and Wahlstrom jumps on. Pass back toward the Bruins zone. Missed Edel, goes in on goal. Swayman played it aside for Carlo. Brazo had a lunge at it back to his knees to play the puck. And get a whistle.
Didn't Brazo bring it back into the zone?
I thought so.
In that case, it's not offside.
Right. Bruins will take that whistle.
He's out of the zone. He brings it back in. They're going to say maybe Vakanainen had something to do with it.
I was a little confused.
Mild complaint to the linesman by the Rangers, and they let it go.
I was a little confused as to why there was a whistle there, but off the draw this time. Puck dumped in by Schneider. Peak on to push it behind the net. Panarin got in the way. It'll come back toward the near corner, and Peak will lob it out of the zone. This one's going to go all the way for an icing. No question about why there's a whistle there. Nope.
Yeah, this is. I mean, the Bruins aren't running away with anything either, but the Rangers certainly going the wrong direction, and it's been an interesting kind of game watching them defend. And
off this face-off, here's Panarin moving through the high slot, gives over to Fox and sent one right through the top of the crease. Trocheck from the near circle gives to Fox. He sends one to the back door, looking for Panarin over there. Didn't connect, and Frederick able to get it out. Now a giveaway near the blue line. Wahlstrom, but his pass intended for Frederick gets picked off. Rangers come back the other way. Panarin, long backhand in front. Lafreniere redirected that one on Swayman, who made a nice stop.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. They're gifted offensively. That's a good opportunity right there. Swayman's had to be sharp in this game. But the things they give up at the other end of the ice.
You said it right off the bat tonight. I mean, it was the first few minutes was ugly looking for that defense.
And they come out with a 2-1 lead because the Bruins had kind of had two defensemen run into one another in the neutral zone, and he had a bad pinch at the wrong time, and it leads to a 2-on-1 and a perfect shot by Berard.
And it's been a night for the goaltenders for the most part tonight. Both have been very good.
Good American showcase here.
Yeah. Quick. One of the best American goaltenders of all time.
I think so. With the Stanley Cups he has backed it up. I think Ryan Miller's got the all-time wins list, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's right.
But he's got the 2 Stanley Cups. Quick does with the Kings.
He won the Conn Smythe in 2012. First one of those cups. And another one 2 years later.
American-born goaltenders who have been outstanding over the years, but numbers there to back it up for him.
It's off to the left of Swayman, 6:59 to go. This is Jonathan Quick's 776th career start. He's got a 2.48 goals against average for his career.
I saw today that Connor Hellebuck was going for win number 300 today. He's at 299 playing against Anaheim today.
So we get a whistle.
Things have slowed down here.
Icing here against the Bruins. The calm before the storm here.
I hope so.
Final 6:43.
Let's hope so. So there haven't been many icings. We've seen about 4 or 5 of them here in the last few minutes.
Since you said that, right? Started to come a little bit faster. Or to the left of Swayman for this face-off. Coyle against Zibanejad. Zaka knocked into the corner. Coyle there. He'll send it around behind the net. Zadorov skates over toward the hash marks near side. Plays it backward away from Kreider. Charlie McAvoy to the far circle. Head up. We'll play it up ice for Geekie. Try to tip it through Lindgren.
Well, you had one forechecker up in the offensive zone. You had 4 guys lined up across the blue line right there.
Andrew Peak will try his hand at it this time. Into the middle here for Geekie. Dropped it back now to Peak. And on to Lohrei inside the Bruins zone. 6:05 to go. Lorai's pass through Pasternak. Goes in wide of Quick, who puts his arm up. And indeed, that will be an icing.
Pasternak chopped a stick out of, whose hand was that? Hands out in the neutral zone. They wanted a penalty. They're not going to call that. I mean, it's just a little flick. It might have been Carrick. He looked at the referee. He wanted a penalty.
Hang on to your stick.
Yeah, well, we've seen it called for less. Well, I like the referee's done an outstanding job today. It hasn't been a game to call penalties. Let him play. Hasn't been anything that's really been other than that borderline, where the fans thought it was a penalty. But
I will always take, letting them play over too many penalties. As now we got a whistle and offside. So
let's hope it's the calm before the storm, Ryan. It's been pretty quiet here the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Well, we'll see how the last 5:51 goes when we come back. Rangers 2, Bruins 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick. I have teamed up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation this year for Feeding the Puck for families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, they will be enabling a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda CR-V and a 3.9% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
5:51 to go. Bruins still looking for the equalizer, down 2-1. After a number of offensive opportunities early on in the period, this game is slowed to a crawl here in the mid-portion.
Big time. Bruins have had a little trouble getting through that neutral zone. Said the Rangers have one forechecker way up. They've got 4 guys lined up in the neutral zone. It's almost like a 1-2-2. Laviolette used to do the 1-3-1.
Laviolette hoping his team can snap this losing streak. A lot of rumors that his job may be in jeopardy here with all the problems that they've had recently.
They're not rumors when you lose as many.
Here's a 2-on-1. Lindholm flips over to Marchand, then it jumps over his stick. In the far corner, Borgen. Around the near boards it comes. McAvoy takes a hit from Carrick, keeps that puck in. Trying to find it. Lindholm does. Got it to Marchand, near circle.
Borgen just
trying to
broke
look
that
at a
up.
cross for Pasternak.
Looking for Pasternak back door.
Marchand out on the near corner. McAvoy steps around his man, sends it over to Zadorov. Winds, fires just wide of the far post.
Late reaction by Quick. He had good traffic in front there from Lindholm.
Marchand trying to get it back to Zadorov. It ricochets onto Edstrom, and he'll work his way out into the neutral zone. And Rangers will dump and go for a change.
Once you get through the middle of the ice, you can attack them in that offensive zone.
Frederick coming up the right side with it. Gets it past Lindgren and in deep. Fox there at the back of the Ranger net. Frederick disrupts him. Wallstrom along the far boards, trying to get it back to Frederick, but redirected out of the zone.
Nice time for Wallstrom to get his first, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. It's already hit a post tonight. As that puck sent from Brazo toward Carlo, but behind him and lost out of the zone. They'll get it right back in across the line, but broken up by Fox, and Hedel brings the Rangers ahead. Pass off to the right side, and Cooley's shot tipped up and out of play off of Wotherspoon.
Wotherspoon, he's in some discomfort right now. I think he got that stinger there off the foot.
Skating back on 1 foot, back to the bench. 4:14 to go. Jeremy Swayman having a conversation with Frederick Lequier, one of the referees, before they drop this puck. Face off to his left. Won by Trocheck. Got it back to the point. Schneider shot it into traffic in front, blocked by Beecher, and shot wide of the net by Vakanainen. Brought around behind the Bruins net. A centering pass taken away by Kastelik. He'll start up ice. Up the right side and deep into the attack zone. Beecher goes into the corner against Vakanainen. Gets sealed up against the glass. Kastelik and Schneider going toward the far corner. Zaka able to win the puck back on the far circle. A shot from Lohrei gets blocked. Here's Peak, high slot with a shot. That one got through off a deflection and the save by Quick.
They haven't played a lot this period, but that's a good shift right there. You know, you need a good fourth line shift with some energy. Forecheck, solid. The point shot from Peak, and that puck, I mean, Quick, that puck just hits him. He's in good position, but it just hits him. Got good traffic in front from Kastelik.
They had Zaka out there with that line that time in what would be Kepke's place. Am I wrong?
Might have just been for the faceoff.
Possibly. McAvoy played it down the near side. McAvoy with a drive from the feed from Marchand, knocked aside by Quick. Zadorov will skate back onto it as it comes out into the neutral ice with 3.5 minutes to go. Zadorov moving to the high slot, took the shot. Quick kicked that away. And the Rangers get it cleared.
The seas parted for him.
It's happened a few times for him tonight. Pass across ice. Pasternak picks it up off of Karam, moves the left circle, shot, save made Quick. Rebound pulled behind the net by Pasternak. DeAndre Miller able to win it back here. And he will lift it high into the air, down into Bruins territory, and that's an icing. And crowd here at Madison Square Garden not particularly pleased with that decision. 2:59 to go.
Yeah, I think he's become a little bit of a lightning rod this year. It's just he's had a rough year. He's a younger guy. He's up for contract, I believe. And he's somebody that's shown a lot of promise, but he has not. Unfortunately, when things go south, there's one or two guys that get singled out.
Yeah. Well, Zibanejad's been one of them. He scored earlier tonight to snap that 8-game point drought. Boyle wins this face-off in the offensive zone here. Just under 3 minutes to play. Bruins need a goal to tie as McAvoy shot with Coyle in front. Quick made that save. Rangers get it out. Zadorov.
This is Coyle and Frederick and Geeky here. So you've seen a bunch of different looks.
Up the middle, pass to Geeky. Knocked off of the puck. Back out to center ice. McAvoy sends it to Geeky on the right side this time. He angles one in toward the side of the net.
Yeah, you're also trying to get your lineup set for when you do pull Jeremy Swayman.
Which you would expect would be coming soon with 2:23 to go. A giveaway in the Bruins zone. Vesey going behind the net. Sends around the far side. Fox fires. It's blocked. Kicks out to neutral ice. Frederick on his horse, but Carrick will get to it first. Back into the Bruins zone. Edstrom banks one off the boards. Back to Lindgren for a one-timer. Saved by Swayman, hangs on to it with 2:04 left.
Little tap there from Edgeford as Swayman made that save.
Drew the attention of Geeky. And hasn't been a whole lot of that tonight. It'll be a defensive zone face-off here. It'll be to the right of Swayman. And get this puck up the ice, one would expect him to head to the bench pretty quickly. Lindholm to take the draw against Carrick. Elias wins it. Lohrei pivots toward the near boards. And will come up the near side with a pass for Pasternak. Throws one in on goal. Save made by Quick. Gets it covered.
Pasternak wanted a whistle there.
Wanted an offensive face-off?
Yes.
Yep.
He just fluffed that puck towards Quick. So here, glove this.
As he
Swayman
did it,
to the
Swayman
bench.
went to the bench, so the extra skater will come on here. And you're going to potentially use the timeout here? Or
I don't think so.
To it?
I think you're going to go with this line. And then if you need to give them a rest, it doesn't always work out that way, but if you need to give them a rest, you can take the timeout then.
So Lindholm will take the face-off. Marchand, Pasternak, Zacha, McAvoy, and Lohrei. He's lined up at the center of the blue line right now. Off the draw. Puck kicked onto Fox and then toward the net, and Quick puts the glove on top of it, so they'll do it again at this near circle.
Yeah, it was a 50-50 puck there. Bruins just couldn't quite come up with it. Lindholm against... He got there in the face-off circle, the Rangers.
Trocheck. Another one up for grabs here. Pasternak trying to get into shooting position, instead knocked up and out of the zone. McAvoy has to retreat back to get it with 1:40 to play. Skates in front of the empty net. Moving left to right of the Bruins.
There's your 1-3-1.
Here's Pasternak down the right side, and he's ridden to the boards hard by Lindgren, knocked down. Lindholm kept into the blue line. McAvoy sent it toward the far circle. Trocheck cleared it out of there. Zibanejad got it ahead. Here's Kreider against the empty net, but Lindholm got back to make the play and force that wide. Zacha will start it out of the Bruins zone. Pass off to the right side to McAvoy. Dumps it in wide of Quick into the far corner. Minute 10 to go. Lohrei along the half wall.
Got to win this battle.
Against Zibanejad and Fox. Fox able to get out of the pile with it. Pasternak at the blue line. Try to shoot. That one tipped up into the air. Comes into the near corner. Marchand got it back to McAvoy at the right point with 53 to go. Pass across was deflected. Pasternak tried to one-time it. It was redirected up into the air. McAvoy and Kreider come together on the near boards, and the puck jumps out of play with 46.9 to go.
Now you get your timeout.
And give all these guys a 30-second breather and keep them out there for the last 46.9.
Be a slow timeout, though.
Yeah, take as long as you can before you call it, right? Pasternak having a conversation with the referee. Referee does now signal the timeout. They adjust the clock to 48.0. Rangers leading at 2-1.
Rangers doing a good job there. Nothing to the net. You know, Pasternak took a pretty good hit along the wall, but, you know, you're trying to protect the puck. You're trying to keep possession of the puck. So you might have to take that hit. But the Rangers keeping most of it on the outside. It starts with the face-off battles. For as many good saves as Quick has made today, he hasn't had to make a lot lately.
Yeah, again, they had some really good chances against him here in the early part of the third period. As the Rangers have tried to protect this lead. Chances have dried up a bit, but still 48 seconds left. Time for some late heroics. And they stick with the 6. Lindholm, Marchand, Pasternak, Zacha, McAvoy, and Lohrei. It is essentially their first power play unit, with Lohrei joining them. Face off to the near circle, down to our right. Lindholm and Trocheck at the ready. Puck pulled toward the near boards by Zaka. Passed it back toward McAvoy, got through him, and now a race back into the neutral zone. He's able to play it away from Kreider. Loose puck in the neutral ice, grabbed by Loride. Right side, here's McAvoy stepping into the New York zone. Floater comes toward Quick. He blockers it into the far corner. Shot around the near wall. Pasternak slips away from Kreider, sends it down low to Marchand out of the near corner. 23 to go. Turnaround shot with Zaka in front, tipped wide. Lindholm at the blue line. Played it deep for Marchand. Got past him. Loride hustling over to the far point. Keeps it alive. Pass across to the right circle for Pasternak was broken up. 8 to go. Puck comes behind the net. Fox will shoot it around the glass, and it gets past Loride and all the way down ice. And he will not be able to get back in time to force an icing call. The Rangers snap their 4-game losing streak and win for only the 5th time in 20 games as they hang on to beat the Bruins 2-1. Back with a recap next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
Ever notice that OW? OW is the beginning of owner? If you run a small business, you get it. From power outages to equipment failures to delivery mishaps. There's only so much you can control. Fortunately, that includes talking to an independent agent about safety insurance. Safety's competitive property and liability coverage provides protection from business interruptions, equipment breakdowns, and many other business ownership issues. Safety insurance will help you manage life's storms.
It's hockey night in Boston, and we've got a real barn burner on our hands. Time to grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, hockey fans win big on Bruins home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. Oh yeah, that's slapshot savings for all. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time at participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com/Bruins.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your local Nissan dealers. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com. And Dairy Queen. DQ fans, kick off your favorite game with a sauced and tossed chicken strip basket. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy taste good. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with an adjustable base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Needle on the far boards will play it back out. The 2-on-1. Berard up the right wing side. Takes the shot and scores. Brett Berard right under the crossbar on the 2-on-1, and it's 2-0 Rangers. Back here at Madison Square Garden, where the Rangers beat the Bruins 2-1. Second straight loss on this road trip for Boston as they fall back to 4 games above the 500 mark. And had some opportunities, but Jonathan Quick was terrific when he needed to be tonight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a similar reaction to after the Washington game, right? Felt that, I don't want to put words in Joe Sacco's mouth, but I'm curious to hear what he's going to say. My guess is it's going to be similar. Like, we had plenty of chances. We had plenty of looks. We didn't score. The mistakes they made in the first period were definitely self-inflicted. You had an ill-advised pinch that leads to a 2-on-1 and a perfect shot from Berard. And you had, a couple defensemen run into one another. McAvoy loses his stick, and the next thing you know, there's a couple chances and the puck's in the back of the net. Zibanejad gets credit for the goal. But, you didn't give up a ton in this game. There were some good saves made by Swayman in the second period. Maybe one he made on a 2-on-1 in the third period. And at the other end, Quick was the difference. I mean, there was some really high-end saves made by Quick. You go back to that sequence where you had Kaslik on the backhand, you had Brazo, and you had Beecher. All three of them in succession had chances in that second period. And then you had a couple good looks in the third period. You had the better of the play in the third period for most of the. It kind of dried up a little bit as the period went on, but you had some good looks early. But I'm going to say that probably Logan Thompson was pretty much the difference in that Washington game when he needed to be. I thought they had better opportunities tonight than they had in the Washington game. So, it's. You get to a point where you say, okay, like we like the process, we like the way we played, we like a lot of things we did. We got beat by a goaltender that was hot here tonight. But how many times do you say that? Well, that's 2 games in a row you're saying that. So when the other team's goaltender is their best player, and it happens several times in a row, then you got to look at yourself a little bit in the mirror and what can we do better offensively. So I think that's a little extra finish here and there, and both of these games could have easily gone the other direction. They didn't play poorly in either one of them.
No.
Both games are very winnable games. Both games are right there for you, and now you got to find a way to get a W. And you got the last game of the road trip coming up against Toronto, Hockey Night in Canada on Saturday night. And, that's now okay. Enough about the goaltending on the other side of things. We need to get a W.
Well, I mean, the disappointing part about this is you weren't able to take advantage of a team that's really been, in a total free fall.
Yes, they've been bad, but they're a good team. They're flawed, but they've got good players. They just haven't been playing well as a team. And I think from the Bruins standpoint, it's just a matter of, it was a. Can you manufacture? Is this a game where you needed to manufacture a little bit more hatred? Because there wasn't any tonight from either team.
Right.
There was one penalty on each team. One was a delay of game, and the other one was a accidental high stick. So do you? But it wasn't one where you had no emotion, and that's why you were getting outplayed or something. It wasn't like that. It was you were in this game. You were right there. You were creating the scoring chances that you wanted. So that's not the reason you lose. But now it's okay. Enough of. We like the process. We like what we're doing. We had a chance to win. Now let's get a win. And that's what it's going to come down to Saturday against Toronto.
It was not, as we said, against Washington, low-event hockey for much of the game. I mean, with the exception of a little period in the third period, there was a lot going on and some scoring chances at both ends tonight. It is time for tonight's Lexus Amazing Play of the game. McAvoy skates down to the circle to play it. Behind the net to Pasternak. Centering pass. Score! Elias Lindholm off the right circle beats Quick, and it's 2-1. Yeah, the Bruins' lone goal of the night is tonight's Lexus Amazing Play of the game, brought to you by Lexus. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. We'll check the out-of-town scores, give you the 3 stars when we come back. Rangers 2-1 winners over the Bruins here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of the Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Now Taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is Taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
Home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Now Mott sends it out of the box. Here's Berggren moving in. He scores! Jonathan Berggren out of the box got the feed and beats Merzlikens with 35.7 seconds to go to give the Red Wings a 5-4 lead. And that would be the final from Columbus here tonight. Red Wings 5-4 winners over the Columbus Blue Jackets. Other finals from around the NHL. Carolina gets a 3-1 victory over the Florida Panthers. It was a Minnesota Wild in a shootout defeating the Capitals 4-3. 1-1 now Toronto and the New York Islanders. That game is late third period. At the end of 2 periods, Dallas with a 3-2 lead over Ottawa. 2-2 Winnipeg and Anaheim. That game just beginning the third period. At the end of 1 period, Buffalo with a 2-0 lead over the Colorado Avalanche. Also at the end of 1 period, you've got Utah and Calgary that are tied at 1. Later tonight, just about ready to get underway, Philadelphia's in Vegas to take on Golden Knights. Seattle will play host to the Vancouver Canucks, and it'll be Tampa Bay visiting San Jose.
And here in New York, the Rangers beat the Bruins 2-1, the final score. The Shaw's and Star Market Foundation's Nourishing Neighbors Initiative is sponsoring our Feeding the Puck for Families campaign. For every helper on a Bruins goal, they donate another $100 to fight food insecurity. With 2 feeds tonight, that's another $200 for the Greater Boston Food Bank. Follow along at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. The Bruins, or the 3 stars of the night, are presented by Nissan. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Number 3 star with the first goal of the game goes to Mika Zibanejad. As here's a giveaway inside the Bruins zone. Zibanejad with a chance. Round in front, they score. Riley Smith backhanded it around Swayman, whether it got across the line before anybody else touched it. But the Rangers grab a 1-0 lead. Yeah, it was Zibanejad who tapped that across the goal line at the last moment, getting credit for the goal. Number 2 star and the number 1 star. Got to go to goalies tonight. Jeremy Swayman gets our 2nd star. Ryder goes to the far side. Got it right out in front for Riley Smith. And a big save there by Swayman to keep this a 2-goal game. Yeah, Swayman made some big saves when they needed him tonight to keep this one close. But the number 1 star, no question about it, was Jonathan Quick. Lorai along the wall, able to keep it alive. Gave it to Brazo. In front, Kastelik with a backhand chance. Save made by Quick. Brazo with a shot. That one stopped. Quick diving out to his left. Robs Beecher as well. What a flurry there by Jonathan Quick. Frederick goes around behind the net. He had Marchand in front. Gave it to Pasternak. High slot for a one-timer. McAvoy robbed by Quick with a right pad. Quick, some huge acrobatic saves tonight, including that three for three flurry in that second period against the that line where all three of the forwards on that line got shots on him, and he made those three saves in succession and then takes one away from McAvoy as well in that second period. So the Rangers win it 2-1, the final score. The shots on goals were 33-27 in favor of the Bruins tonight. Jonathan Quick stops 32 out of 33, improves his record to 6-4 in 10 starts this year. Jeremy Swayman takes the loss despite allowing just 2 goals on 27 shots. He falls to 13-12 and 3, 4-2-1 in his last 7 starts on the season. The Bruins' record will fall to 16-4 through 40 games, just shy of the halfway point of the season. They've got 44 points. The Rangers improved to 17-19-1 as they snap their 4-game losing streak and are now 5-15 over the course of their last 20 games for Peter Laviolette. So the Bruins road trip will wrap up on Saturday night in Toronto against the Maple Leafs. Our pregame coverage across the network gets underway at 6:30 with a face-off a little after 7 o'clock. Hope you'll join us then as well. For our executive producer back in Waltham, Jeremy Connolly, our engineer here in the booth, I always screw up your name, Mike. I'm sorry. Mike Caragliano. There you go. That's how we say it. And for Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers. The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Peerless Boilers, Safety Insurance, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over, the Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Bruins hockey is a presentation of the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
WBC Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95 Sports Hub. A Beasley Media Group station.
8 to go. Puck comes behind the net. Fox will shoot it around the glass, and it gets past Lorai and all the way down ice. And he will not be able to get back in time to force an icing call. The Rangers snap their 4-game losing streak and win for only the 5th time in 20 games as they hang on to beat the Bruins 2-1.
Who they are, man. I don't know what to tell you about the Bruins. They are who they are. Great take that's going to carry me for the next hour on the Bruins. They are who they are. What else do you want me to say about them? They're painfully mediocre. Rangers aren't good. You aren't good. Here we are. Bruins lose 2-1. How you doing? It's Matt McCarthy. We're hanging out until midnight in for Joe Murray. Post-game for both the Bruins and the Celtics. Not a great loss for the Bruins tonight in Madison Square Garden against the Rangers. And a nice little win for the Celtics on the road. And a lot to get to there with Jason Tatum and his performance tonight against Anthony Edwards. But whatever direction you want to go. We are wrapping up the Celtics on WROR. We just wrapped up the Bruins here. So whatever you want to do, Bruins, Celtics, have at it. Phone lines open. 617-779-0985. True post game for both teams tonight here on the Sports Hub. I'll start with the Bruins before I get into the Celtics. And the night that Jason Tatum had, which I thought was great and thoroughly enjoyable. And I'll definitely need to get Skaz's thoughts on that as well. The Jason Tatum shutdown performance of Anthony Edwards, which is delicious. Delicious, I tell you. But first on the Bruins, their lack of talent is so apparent. It's so obvious. It's so glaring. They cannot score consistently at all. Doesn't matter whether the team is good, doesn't matter whether the team is bad, and I'm talking about the opponents. The Bruins are the same team every single night. They're going to win one, they're going to lose one, and they're going to be right smack dab in the middle because they cannot score. 1 goal tonight, 33 shots. You don't have enough scoring. You don't have enough talent. Period. End of story. That is the summary of the Boston Bruins season. That's who they are. The power play sucks. They're 30th in the league, 13%. Only had one crack at it tonight. It wasn't good. It's ugly. Not enough talent, not enough scoring. They are who they are. And I don't quite know how you fix it. It's not like you're a move away or two. It's not like you go out and you add a, guy who can, put the puck in the back of the net and all of a sudden the team's going to look completely different. I'm not sold on that. I'm not sold on that. You are not a move or two away. And conversely, I don't know if you take a piece or two off this team, if that changes all that much. I don't know if they're really bad enough to blow it all up. They are who they are. They are a middling, mediocre, middle-of-the-road team that's going nowhere in either direction. They're not going to the bottom. They're not going to the top. They're going to lose to good teams eventually. They might beat some bad teams, and this is who they are. This is who they are. But it's no guarantee. Any single night, there are no guarantees with this hockey team. They are too inconsistent. Doesn't matter that the Rangers are bad. The Bruins are not that much better than them. They're better, but they're not that much better. Because the Bruins are right smack dab in the middle of the league. And I don't know where you really go from there. It's a tough product to really feel inspired about. It's tough to feel like they should do anything in particular. Really, I mean, I know this is sports talk radio where you're supposed to come in and have a take in either direction. How can you legitimately have a take in either direction about this Bruins team? How could you come in? How could you argue to me right now? You could call me up at 617-779-0985 and say, well, McCarthy, if they just add at the deadline. Okay. All right. They're still not going to be much better than this. Well, McCarthy, they should blow it up at the deadline. Are they really going to be that much worse? Not enough talent on this roster. They are where they are. Painfully mediocre. That's the story again. Coming out of the Bruins game tonight. There is not much to inspire you. There's not much to feel really passionate or great about with them. Bad night. Bad night for them. 1 goal, 33 shots. Swayman was good. Jonathan Quick was good. And Quick was good tonight. He was. It's not all about the Bruins' talent tonight. I mean, Quick was good. But at what point do you say that this is pretty consistent? They do make goalies look good because they can't score. Uninspiring all around. Hey, you just go down the box score. Second on the team in shots, Brazo. Geeky, right up there. Wallstrom. Hard to feel good about it. Hard to feel anything about it, frankly. That's even worse. Sometimes feeling bad about something, at least it's a human emotion. It's pretty much all I have to say about him. 617-779-0985. Very inspiring 5 minutes of Bruins takes there. I'll tell you that right now. I feel much more about the Celtics tonight. That's a nice little win. A nice win for the Celtics. And the story coming out of this one is Jason Tatum was good and Anthony Edwards was not. Anthony Edwards sucked tonight. Missed the 3 to send it to overtime. 5 for 16 from the field. And Jason Tatum shut him down. Tatum shut him down. Story coming out of this one is that Joe Mazzulla just came out and said that Tatum said he wanted Anthony Edwards tonight. Went to Mazzulla before the game and said, I want to guard Anthony Edwards. Edwards has maybe said some things about Tatum in the past. Obviously, there's the Olympic thing going on. I mean, Anthony Edwards was the king of the NBA last May. Nobody was more beloved around the NBA last May than Anthony Edwards, the most beloved player to get his ass kicked in the conference finals of all time. My God, the Anthony Edwards stuff this past year. And Tatum was sick of it and had seen enough of it. Went to Missoula before the game, said he wanted Edwards, and shut him the hell down tonight. Put Anthony Edwards in his place. Tatum was excellent. Anthony Edwards was not. Not only did Tatum guard Edwards tonight, he went 33, 9, and 8.